right? First and foremost, we want to give all praise to
YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH.
Double honor to the apostles, the elders, great millstone. Peace, blessing, salutations to the elect, all right? With GMS Mississippi / GMS Memphis, okay? Basically one body, one camp, all right? Back at you again with another installment of truth out here on the highways and hedges, prophesying downfall of America. Now something we about to get into really quick is the 12 tribes of Israel breakdown, all right? You brothers that are in the loop, you're familiar with what's going on in Israel as of late, all right? You got guys saying that the 12 tribes chart is inaccurate, all right, that we don't know who the tribes are, but we're going to prove it's a false statement, all right? And on their end, that's a private interpretation, okay? The 12 tribes chart by High Priest RAWCHAA is 100% accurate, okay? And it was broken down through the Spirit. Now, our apostles and elders, they've done a breakdown on it. You brothers can check that out on GMS Born Again, okay? You even have Bishop Nathaniel, him and Elder Banyumyun back in the day, in the 90s. They did a breakdown, which, you know, for the most part, that was right. But our apostles, they expounded on the parts that were left out, okay? So basically, you know, just for the sake of truth and defending the gospel, we're just going to give a brief breakdown of those tribes, okay? Proving that the 12 tribes chart is absolutely accurate.
I may tell you that we shall befall you in the last days.
Right. So, the Lord, YAHAWASHI, working through Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel, our forefather, he gathered his sons together and told them what was going to happen to them in the last days. Okay? Last days or end times. Okay? You was going to make a point.
Yeah, and the point of that is when you look into the Hebrew of befall, it goes into the Hebrew term qua ra. Okay, that means encounter. Okay, so what would the 12 sons actually encounter? The prophecies, okay? And then when you look also into like last days, but if you focus on that Hebrew term, last, the Hebrew term is pronounced as akarayah, all right? And that means future prophecies, man. Meaning prophecies that was going to happen on the other side of the world, man. And then those days is just going into like that time frame, man. You can read that again, though.
This is Genesis chapter 49, verse 1. And Jacob called unto his son and said, gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days.
Right. So he's talking to his 12 sons, but really, these different prophecies that will happen will befall their descendants, which is us, which are us, okay? Here in these latter days. All right? Go ahead, Doc.
Gather yourselves together and hear, ye sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father.
Right, go ahead.
Reuben, thou art my firstborn, my might, and the beginning of my strength, the excellency, dignity, and the excellency of power.
Right, so the tribe of Reuben, Ra'abun, okay, which means seed is a son, that was Jacob's firstborn son. Okay? Now when you look at the tribe of Reuben, which we know to be the Seminole Indians, okay? You look at the sign, all right? Reuben are the Seminole Indians today. They have the excellency of dignity. They're a very dignified tribe. They have that aristocratic ruling class mentality. And they're actually one of the last so-called native tribes to sign treaties with the so-called white man. All right? Now, read that part again.
Reuben, thou art my firstborn, my might, and the beginning of my strength, the excellency of dignity, and the excellency of power.
Yeah, the excellency of dignity and the excellency of power, because when so-called Negroes, which are the tribe of Judah, when they got brought to North America, see, the tribe of Reuben actually took us in. Okay? That's why you have a term that's called Black Seminoles. You know, the tribe of Judah was actually taken in amongst Reuben, you know, and they set us up as leaders and kings amongst them, man. You know, and they actually, you know, recognize Judah as the head tribe. But, like I said, they have a very dignified spirit, man, when you look at Reuben, all right? And they're also a warrior tribe, okay?
Because research from the brother.
Come, we can get it. Yep.
All right, this is the book of Genesis, chapter 35 and 22. And it came to pass, when Israel dwelt in that land, that Reuben went and lay with Bilhah, his father's concubine, and Israel heard it. Now the sons of Jacob were 12.
Right. So going into that next verse, read the next verse.
Unstable as water, thou shalt not excel.
Right.
Because thou wentest upon thy father's bed, then defiledest thou it. He went up to my couch.
Yeah. Right. You got something?
Yeah. First Chronicles 5 and 1. Now the sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel, for he was the firstborn, but for as much as he defiled his father's bed, his birthright was given unto the sons of Joseph, the son of Israel. And the genealogy is not to be reckoned after the birthright.
Right. And then ultimately, Judah got set up as the head tribe, which really was all in the spirit anyway. But it said unstable as waters. Now, Seminole, when you go into the etymology of that name, it means runaway. It also means wild one. And you see basically the tribe of Reuben, the tribe of Reuben, the so-called Seminole Indians, they like to move around. So they were primarily located in Florida, but Reuben be all over the place, man. Just because of their spirit. But also, like I said, they didn't want to sign treaties with so-called white men. Later upon, in time, it was forced upon them. They ended up doing it anyway. But they were basically like the last so-called native tribe to do it. All right? Go ahead out.
Simeon and Levi are brethren. Instruments of cruelty and are in their habitation.
Yeah, now all the tribes of Israel are brothers, but it's saying Simeon and Levi are brethren because they will be on the same island. Okay? What's called the island of Hispaniola, which today is the Dominican Republic and Haiti. All right? So-called Dominicans, all right, they're the tribe of Simeon. So-called Haitians, they're the tribe of Levi. All right? And then it said instruments of cruelty are in their habitation. That is talking about voodoo. All right? Now, if you're familiar with what goes down on that island, all right, the so-called Dominican Republic and Haiti, voodoo is very heavy over there, man. It's very heavy. You got voodoo, you have Santeria, okay? You even have some Roman Catholicism in the mix, but it's real, and it works too, And as a matter of fact, so-called white man, the French, they got defeated by the tribe of Levi, but because of that spiritual power on the left-hand side. So it does work. But see, in the ancient world, they had it on the right-hand side. Now, you had something out?
Yeah, that guy you talking about, Toussaint Layover tour?
Kind.
Yeah, he used that pretty much as a rebellion. They used voodoo as pretty much a power to take over the so-called white man, which was the French.
Kind.
We get that in Genesis 34.
Kind. Yeah.
All right, this is the account of Simeon and Levi. This is Genesis 34 and 1. And Dinah, the daughter of Leah, which she bare unto Jacob, went out to see the daughters of the land. And when Shechem, the son of Hamor, and the Hivite, prince of the country, saw her, he took her and lay with her and defiled her. And his soul clave unto Dinah, the daughter of Jacob, and he loved the damsel, and spake kindly unto the damsel. And Shechem spake unto his father Hamor, saying, Get me this damsel to wife. And Jacob heard that he had defiled Dinah, his daughter. Now his sons were with his cattle in the field. And Jacob held his peace until they were come. And Hamor, the father of Shechem, went out unto Jacob to commune with him. And the sons of Jacob came out of the field when they heard it, and the men were grieved and were very wroth, because he had wrought folly in Israel in line with Jacob's daughter, which thing ought not to be done. And Hamor communed with them, saying, the soul of my son Shechem, longing for your daughter, I pray you give him to wife. And make ye marriages with us, and give your daughters unto us, and take our daughters unto you. And ye should dwell with us, and the land should be before you. Dwell and trade ye therein, and get your possessions therein. And Shechem said unto her father and unto her brethren, Let me find grace in your eyes, and what you should say unto me I will give. Get to the point of this verse 25. And it says, and it came to pass on the third day, when it was sore, that two of the sons of Jacob, Simeon and Levi, Dinah's brethren took each man his sword and came upon the city boldly and slew all the males. And they slew Hamor and Shechem, his son, with the edge of the sword, and took Dinah out of Shechem's house and went out.
Yeah, because he had raped her. Okay? You know, so go back to that in Genesis 49.
First time.
Yeah, Simeon and Levi. Verse 6.
Sorry, no, verse 6.
Yeah, verse 6.
This is Genesis chapter 49, verse 6. O my soul, come not thou into their secret, unto their assembly.
Right. That secret in their assembly is talking about their witchcraft, man. You know?
Mine honor, be not thou united.
Right, so the Lord is basically putting that spirit on them not to be united. All right, when you go to the Dominican Republic and Haiti today, those tribes are divided. All right, and there's an actual river that divides both sides, man. The Dominican Republic from Haiti. But in the spirit, they're divided, man. You know, so-called Dominicans don't acknowledge so-called Haitians. You know, but they're the same people. And then a lot of those Simeonites, they'll be darker than Levi, but still don't acknowledge them as their brother. Go ahead, out.
For in their anger they slew a man, and in their self-will they dig down a wall.
Right. So meaning when they unite, they gonna do some damage, man. Just like they did to those Hamites.
No, I was gonna expound. A lot of Levites are from the state of Louisiana, and they had that same spirit on them, man. They get upset somebody getting killed. Period. They'll lose it.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's just the spirit of Levi.
Levi
man.
is known for that.
Yeah, because you know, I personally growing up down south, I wasn't around a lot of Simeonites, but I did have my experience being around a lot of Levites, man. And on that left hand side, they don't. Judah might be passive aggressive, or they might be quietly vindictive. Levi key on the spot.
Yeah.
You know.
And see, and another thing too, and that's a beautiful point, Elder. When it comes to this breakdown, something that we want to focus on, when you read Genesis chapter 49 and Deuteronomy 33, it lets you know where those tribes will be centralized. Okay? We just brought up the point of Simeon and Levi being in the Dominican Republic and Haiti. But like the elder just mentioned, you have Levites in Louisiana also. They were brought there by the French. So we know that the tribes are scattered. But Genesis 49 and Deuteronomy 33 gives you the central locations. And also it gives you their spirits, letting you know that that's them. That's how you can recognize yourself, okay, this is you in the Bible. Okay? You have some more you want to add?
Well, you say you know the spirits going to Levi on the right hand side. Well, Levi, that's the priest. That's the priest tribe, man. And you can, like a lot of brothers, the brothers from the tribe of Levi, that's the order they got, man. All right, because like I said, the book of Leviticus, I think that's the Latin way of saying the book of the Levites, man. All right, so the Levites, they're responsible for pushing out the laws and the ceremonies of the Most High, man. So, you know, on the right hand side, that's Levi's role within the nation of Israel. They're the priests, man.
Yep, and that's another thing too. Right, you got Simeon and Levi. Simeon is Shammai one,
yep,
which is affliction heard. Okay, and Levi is loyal, which means joined to me. You know, so and all these names are nomen omens. You know that they're spiritual, man. Okay, hey, because you got to think about what happened to the tribe of Simeon or Shammai one. You know, when so-called white man came over here, man, when they came to the island of what's called Hispaniola, which back during that time it was called Case Caleb. You know, basically the mother of all lands. All right, in the Hebrew it would be Kwarakwai Amah. All right, but you gotta imagine what the Spanish did to them, man. But you know that affliction was heard. That tribe is still here. Same thing dealing with Levi or lawyer. Their name, it means joined to the Most High, man. Joined to me. Like you said, they administered the law. So that name is spiritual.
Yep.
If I can add, that's how they're joined. You know, prior to YAHAWASHI coming and doing what he came to do, but that's how Levi was joined, because they was the lawgiver. So they was joined to the Most High by ushering out the law, man.
Right.
But now we all priests and you know, and things of that nature, man.
Right. Yep. And this spirit that we pushing is proving to you that these tribes are still around, man. These tribes are still here. Did you add something else?
Yeah, I was gonna add. It's a book came out. I want to say it was like pretty much going to like around probably like 1500s. They showed like the so-called Dominicans and Haitians came together, and they waited till the so-called white men went to sleep on Christmas Eve, and you know they got full and stuff like that, and that's when they came and attacked them. Pretty much tracing back to the same story of Simeon and Levi book in Genesis, the 34th chapter.
That proves them.
Yeah, you know.
Yep.
I can't remember that book name, but Lord willing, we can bring it out though.
Come on. That's right. Go ahead, out.
Cursed be their anger, for it was fierce, and their wrath, for it was cruel. I will divide them in Jacob and scatter them in Israel.
Yeah. So that proves the point. That validates the point that we've been talking about. They're divided. Okay. It's hard for them to unite, but guess what? The elect of them will unite. The elect of them will come together. All right. You even have a brother. I forget his name right now, but he's actually in the Dominican Republic. He's from the tribe of Simeon, and he's teaching. Okay, so showing you ultimately the house of David is being rebuilt, and the tribes are coming together. Okay, but then the Lord said He would scatter them in Israel. So we know that the tribes are scattered amongst each other, but we can pinpoint who the tribes are as a whole. Okay, we can do that based off of these prophecies. Go ahead.
Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise.
Because his name is YAHAWAH, which means Yahweh thanks. Yahweh the water. Yahweh thanks. Okay? So and that's showing that Judah is the head tribe. And that's the tribe our Lord came from. Okay, go ahead.
Thy hand shall be in thy neck of thy enemies.
Right. Now, you know, back in the day, Bishop Nathaniel and also Elder Von Yum from HODC, they broke this down as pretty much Judah pretty much excelling to certain statuses in this society, you know, which you could you can compare it to that, but more so it's showing that Judah is going to be in North America, which they mentioned that. They did mention that part. It's showing that Judah is going to mainly be in Babylon the Great. And also Judah is going to get vengeance. Can a brother get Psalms 18? Psalms chapter 18? What King David said, his hand be in the neck. You know, Judah's going to get vengeance, and the brother can get Isaiah 19. Because Judah going to be the one to kick these race riots off, man. You know, and they always show you, man, when different riots kick off in America, Judah get that shit kicked off, man.
Psalms 18.
Psalms 118.
No,
118.
It's chapter 18.
Okay, I'm good.
Yeah, but we can get Isaiah 19 also.
I got Isaiah 19.
Yeah, well,
What you got, y'all can
well, yeah, let's get that.
18.
Yeah, because I know where that in Isaiah is at first. Let's get Isaiah 19 and verse 17. Isaiah 19 and 17.
Cut. Down first.
Yeah, let's get that.
It's Isaiah 19, verse 17. And the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt.
The land of Judah is talking about the people of Judah. It's a people before it's a place, man. It's saying the Israelites of the tribe of Judah are going to be a terror unto Egypt. Our hand shall be in the neck of our enemies. Okay? So Judah really getting this shit kicked off. And like the Elder Yahshua did a beautiful video showing how, you know, through Judah, the Lord is bringing our nation back, man. That's why the Lord said in Zechariah, He would save the tents of Judah first. And it's not a boasting or a bragging thing, but He does it for order's sake, you know, bringing the tribes together, man. You know, he starts it off with Judah, you know, for the order's sake. Go ahead.
Everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid in himself.
Right, so Judah's hand shall be in the neck of his enemies. Babylon the Great, also known as spiritual Egypt. All right? And can brother get Joel? The book of Joel, the 3rd chapter? You know what I want. Yeah, just real quick. I'm going to find it for you in the Psalms.
I got 142.
We'll get your precept real quick.
This is Zechariah 12 and 5. And the governor of Judah
That's it.
shall say in their hearts, the inhabitants of Jerusalem shall be my strength, in the Lord Yahweh armies their power. In that day will I make the governors of Judah like a heart of fire among the wood, and like a torch of fire in a shaft. And they shall devour all the people around about, on the right hand and on the left.
All right, so that goes right into it.
and Jerusalem shall be inhabited again in their own place, even in Jerusalem.
Right. Yeah, so that goes into it. And can a brother get, just showing that it's an order thing, can a brother get Isaiah 48:1?
And the Lord Yahawah also shall save the tents of Judah first, that the glory of the house of David and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah.
Right, because that's the head tribe. All right? You notice, like, even when you read, it's in, I want to say it's in Psalms 78, Lord, where we can get it. Yeah, but it's letting you know, the Lord doesn't hate the other tribes. It's just that he chose Judah to be the head for order's sake.
And it also shows, you know, because these guys talk about they don't know who it is and different stuff like that. Well, look who started teaching the word first, man. All right, look who got on the forefront first. It was Judah, man. Tents of Judah. All right, who were the ones who got on the forefront teaching this word and pushing it out there, man. All right, then what happened? The other tribes, that's who you see in the camps and different things like that. You got all the northern tribes in the camps with the brothers who in America. The destruction of America is going to be first. So, you know, and what were they saying? They were saying how that don't apply to the end. Like, no, it's all in the scriptures. It's all here, man. All right? So you can't go around saying we don't know.
Right.
You know, no, it's clear that, hey, this the kingdom of Judah, the tribe of Judah at that, just speaking on that alone, hey, is dealing with the Negro, man. Somewhere in that line.
That's who brought us back.
Mm-hmm.
Abba Bivens, Elder Yaquab, all right? You know, his son, High Priest Ariah. You got King Masha, all right? That's the Lord saving the tents of Judah first, okay? And then he will bring back the nation, man, but that's just the order. Was that it on that?
That's it on that.
All right, you get your precept there, toss one, and then get what you got.
Hey, this is 1 Kings 11:36. And unto his son will I give one tribe, that David my servant may have a light always before me in Jerusalem.
Yeah, so that one tribe is the tribe of Judah. All right, and we're going to go back to Genesis 49 because we're going to break all this down. That's where you get that lineage of kings when you're reading the Lord's genealogy in Matthew, the 1st chapter. All right, go ahead.
The city which I have chosen me to put my name there.
Right. Yahawah. All right. Now, get what you got to talk about.
This is Psalm 76:1.
Woo!
And Judah is the Most High known. His name is great in Israel.
Yeah. It speaks for itself. Can you read that part again in 49 by Judah? Thou art he. Thou art he. Judah, thou art he, my brother.
Judah, thou art he, Salakia. Judah, thou art he, thy brethren shall praise.
Whom thy brethren shall praise. All right?
Thy hand shall be in the neck of thy enemies.
Yep.
Thy father's children shall bow down before thee.
Yeah. But because at the end of the day, all the tribes have to acknowledge that Judah's the head. You know? Because it's an order thing, and because the Lord, he brought the core of the curses on Judah. Now all the tribes are cursed. We all effed up. But the core of the curses fell upon Judah because Judah's the head. Because Judah should know better. All right? But, you know, at the end of the day, Judah's going to be acknowledged as the head, you know? You get that in Isaiah 48. Go ahead.
It's Isaiah 48:1. Hear ye this, O house of Jacob, which are called by the name of Israel, and are come forth out of the waters of Judah.
Right. So it says how the tribes come forth out of the waters of Judah. You know, so when it comes to our nation, the Lord starts things, you know, with Judah. Because even in the spirit, you know, it's just a different topic, but just in the spirit, the Heavenly Father is Judah. YAHAWASHI is Judah. The angels are Judah. You know? So Judah's the head. And then all the other tribes, as far as their spirits, even though they have different characteristics, they still follow after Judah. They still emulate Judah. You know, because Judah's the head. Basically, they follow the way that Judah goes. So when Judah going off, the whole nation messing up, man. But when Judah is on point, the whole nation's going to be on point. All right? Get that?
All right, this is Psalms 18:40. Thou hast also given me the necks of mine enemies.
This is what King David said. Read it again.
This is Psalms 18:40. thou hast also given me the necks of mine enemies,
Right?
that I might destroy them that hate me.
Right. So read that again. His hand.
Judah, thou art Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thy enemies.
Right. Go ahead.
Okay. They cried, but there was none to save them, even unto the Lord YAHAWASHI, but he answered them not.
Right, but that's the point. You know, it says how Judah's hand gonna be in the neck of his enemies. All right, when we got the precepts to show you that that's Judah getting vengeance. That's why I started with Judah waking up. Okay? You know, and then you see all the damage the Lord had happened to Judah for the sake of Judah coming back, man. Because it's gonna show how Judah got pacified. Read that. Keep reading.
Thy father's children shall bow down before thee.
Right.
Judah is a lion's whelp.
Right. So Judah like a young lion. You know, hey man, when Judah got the Lord's spirit on, go ahead.
From the prey, my son, thou art gone up.
So pretty much like Judah, they will be in a certain condition or a state where they wouldn't know that they have an enemy, man. Basically, they will forget that Esau is their enemy. Okay, go ahead.
He stooped down. He crouched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall raise him up?
Right, right. So we all know how the so-called Negro, the tribe of Judah, got brought to North America, man, and he became pacified. He became like an old lion, docile. But it said, "Who shall rouse him up?" The Lord did, man. You know, with the truth mainly. Okay, go ahead.
The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet.
All right, go ahead.
Until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be.
Right, brother, get Matthew chapter 1. And also Hebrews 7:14.
This is Matthew chapter 1. Start at the top.
Yep.
The book of the generation of Yahawashi HaMashiach, the son of David, the son of Abraham. Abraham begot Isaac, and Isaac begot Jacob, and Jacob begot Judah and his brethren.
Right. Now, jump down to verse 6.
Verse 6. And Jesse begot David the king, and David the king begot Solomon of her that had been the wife of Uriah.
Keep going.
And Solomon begot Rehoboam, and Rehoboam begot Abiah, and Abiah begot Asa. And Asa begot Jehoshaphat, and Jehoshaphat begot Joram, and Joram begot Ozias. Keep going.
Yeah, come.
And Ozias begot Jotham, and Jotham begot Achias, and Achias begot Ezekiel. And Ezekiel.
Right. So talking about Ahaz, all right, Hezekiah, all right. Now these are the kings that you read about in First and Second Kings, all right. So that's that lineage of kings. The scepter should not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet. That's that lineage of kings, going down up until when Yahawashi would be born. Okay, keep reading.
It says, and Ezekiel begot Manasseh, and Manasseh begot Ammon, and Ammon begot Josiah, and Josiah begot Jeconiah and his brethren. And about the time that they were carried away to Babylon, and after they were brought to Babylon, Jeconiah begot Shealtiel, and Shealtiel begot Zerubbabel, and Zerubbabel begot Abiah, and Abiah begot Eliakim, and Eliakim begot Azar, and Azar begot Sadak, and Sadak begot Akim, and Akim begot Eliud, and Eliud begot Eleazar, and Eleazar begot Mathan, and Mathan begot Jacob, and Jacob begot Joseph, the husband of Mary, of whom was born Yahawashi, who is called Hamashiach.
Right. And me and the elder brothers, we went into how the immaculate deception, called the immaculate conception, isn't real. All right. No. So like, let's sit on that talks about. Go back to Genesis 49.
The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come.
Right, because the brother had read how the Lord would always leave a light in Jerusalem unto David. Okay, you had a point you want to make?
Precept, Elder.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Isaiah 11 and 13. The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. And one of the reasons why one of the reasons why Ephraim shall not envy Judah is because Judah was their head tribe. You know, going into the point you was making, because they're the lawgiver until Shiloh comes.
Right, and showing you that the Lord will unify us. Because did the brother get Hebrews 7 and 14?
I got it.
Go ahead.
In Hebrews 7 and 14, for it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah, or which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning the priesthood.
Right, but through YAHAWASHI we have a better priesthood by way of Melchizedek. All right, which was him. Okay, we all gonna be kings and priests. But the point is, the Lord was from the tribe of Judah. Can you read that part again?
The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come.
Right, Shiloh or Shiloh, meaning peaceful. All right, YAHAWASHI, he's our peace. It tells you that in the New Testament. We have made both one and broken down the middle wall of partition, made both one, unifying the tribes. The brother just mentioned how Ephraim should not envy Judah, Judah should not vex Ephraim. We're being unified by way of YAHAWASHI. The two sticks are being joined together into one stick, one plank. Go ahead.
And unto him shall the gathering of the people be.
The gathering of the tribes. That was the purpose of his death and resurrection, was to unify the tribes, proving he only died for the nation of Israel. Okay? Go ahead.
Binding his foal unto the vine, and his ass's coat unto the choice vine.
Right. That proved that the Lord drank wine. All right. Brother get can the brother get Matthew chapter 11 and also Revelation 1 and 13, 14. Come on. Nah, just get to the point.
Should be like 16.
Chapter 9. Matthew 11:16. But whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto children sitting in the markets and calling unto their fellows and saying, we have piped unto you.
Nah, that ain't it. What say he?
Which saw the vision of the Almighty fall into a trance.
Yeah, it's talking about Balaam.
I don't look down.
But having his eyes open, I shall see him, but not now. I behold him, but not now. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel.
Right, so, hey, going back to that scepter the brother read about, you know, how the scepter should not depart from Judah, because ultimately the Messiah will come out of Judah. You know, and he'd be the ultimate one having the scepter, having that rule, man. And that word star means an illustrious prince. Okay? Was that on that? All right, let's go back to that.
Binding his foal unto the vine, and his ass's coat unto the choice vine.
Right.
He washed his garments in wine, and his clothes in the blood of grapes.
Right, it said, and his ass's coat. You got it? Yeah, get that.
Zechariah 9:9. Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout, O daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, thy king cometh unto thee. He is just and having salvation, lowly and riding upon an ass, and upon a coat the foal of an ass.
Nah, brother, holding it in the New Testament. That prophecy. If not, we don't got to get it. But yeah, about the ass's coat.
Yeah, brother,
Go ahead out.
21:7.
John.
Matthew 21:7. And brought the ass and the coat and put. Tell ye the daughter of Zion, behold, the king cometh unto the meat, and sitting upon the ass and the coat, the fall of an ass. And the disciples went and did as Yahawashi commanded them, and brought the ass and the coat, and put on them their clothes, and they set him thereon.
Right. To fulfill that prophecy. All right, showing how the Lord came lowly and meek. But you read the next verse.
And a very great multitude spread their garments in the way, others cut down branches from the trees and strawed them in the way. And the multitudes that went before and the followers cried, saying, Hosanna to the Son of David.
Hey man, that was a major prophecy. You know, so the brother read it in Zechariah, and we read it in Genesis 49. That's a heavy prophecy, man. Because when the Lord did that, they were yelling, "Save us now!" HALAL not, save now. All right, go ahead.
Blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahushai, Hosanna in the highest.
Right, so blessed is he that cometh in the name of Yahawah, which was YAHAWASHI. Okay? You know, but that's the point on that. Let's go back to go ahead.
This Micah chapter 5, starting at verse 2.
Yeah, let's come up some.
Micah chapter 5, verse 2. But thou Bethlehem, Ephratah, though thou be little among the thousands of Judah, yet out of thee shall he come forth unto me, that is to be ruler in Israel, whose goings forth have been from old, from everlasting.
Proving it was the Messiah, man. Hey, that's a heavy prophecy when the Lord came, man. All right, that's why the Lord had that written in stone, so to speak, in Genesis 49, man. This morning.
It say, therefore will he give them up until the time that she which travail have brought forth. Then the remnant of his brothers shall return unto the children of Israel.
Woo! Unto him shall the gathering of the people be, the elect. Go ahead.
And he shall stand and feed in the strength of the Lord, in the majesty of the name of the Lord his power, and they shall abide. For now shall he be great unto the ends of the earth.
Oh man, hey, that's happening right now. Nasty. I ain't gonna mention that guy, man. Nasty. Hey, we gotta bring you up though, man. You know, but we ain't focusing on you. It's like, you know, me and brothers been talking. It's so much edification coming out of this situation with the 12 tribes chart, man. It's a lot of edification coming out, man.
Well, you know what? I'll mention you, Nazariah. You a piece of shit, all right? And we told you long ago, you remember, I believe it was me and Elder Kazak, and we made a video called The Downfall of Tried and Refined, man. And we told you, and along with other brothers, we prophesied to you that you was going to get worse if you continue the way you was continuing.
That's right.
And now look at you, down. And of course your name going to get mentioned, you asshole. Of course it's going to get mentioned.
Yeah.
Because you looking for attention. You look for enough attention, eventually you get the attention you want, and it ain't good attention, man.
Right.
You've been getting nothing but bad attention, and you've been looking worse and worse and worse, to the point now you done deleted all your videos. And the reason you deleted all your videos is because all the shit you were teaching back then, you don't even believe in it no more. What type of shit is that? Because if you go by what you're teaching now, if you would have left your videos up, people would have checked your past videos and be like, wait a minute, you saying something different than what you said 2 months ago. So now you guys are looking bad, man. And you got a beautiful lesson coming out, starting with the Elder Kazak on the tribes. And you guys looking even worse, man. Because the tribes are hearing you talking about we don't know. And I just want to mention this real quick. Hell, you got the Memphis brothers down. Now Memphis is filled with Gadites. All right? A bunch of Gadites. You got Judah and Levi there. All right? But Memphis is filled with a lot of Gadites. Some Reuben there, but it's a lot of Gadites, man. So you be seeing these guys with the noses, and they dark, and all that stuff, but guess what? They're from the tribe of Gad, man. But they walking around today calling themselves nigga, Judah, all of that. But it's Gad. All right? But you know, this guy, he sits around and we don't know. Oh, it's clear the tribes are here. America's a melting pot. So you're going to have all the tribes mingling amongst each other. You know? But yeah, you got it, bro.
Yeah, you do err not knowing the scriptures. You know? And I said I wouldn't mention you because don't think that we doing this to give you our energy, man. This energy is going out towards the elect, you know? And it's all through the spirit. You see how the body working together? You holding something else? All right, get your precept. We'll go back to this.
This is Mark chapter 13, verse 27. And then shall he send his angels, and shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from the uttermost part of the earth to the uttermost part of heaven.
Right. Unto him shall the gathering of the people be. Let's go back to that.
This is Genesis chapter 49, verse 11. Binding his foal unto the vine, and his ass's coat unto the choice vine, he washed his garment in wine, and his clothes in the blood of grapes. His eyes shall be red with wine, and his teeth white with milk. Zebulun.
Right. He drank a lot of wine. But also, he's going to come back for vengeance, man. You read Isaiah chapter 63. You know, you can read it on your own, but it tells you just that. All right? You know, he was stomping grapes. His garments like him that tread up in the wine vat. All right? So he coming back for vengeance, man. Go ahead.
Zebulun shall dwell at the haven of the sea.
Right. Zabala one, which means dweller. Okay, he should dwell at the haven of the sea. Go ahead.
And he shall for a haven of ships.
And he shall be for an haven of ships. Talking about the Panama Canal. All sorts of trade and commerce comes through there, man. Worldwide. Okay? You know, Zebulun isn't the haven of the sea when you look at an ancient map of Israel. So what is that talking about, man? Go ahead.
And his border shall be unto Zidon.
It's talking about them different Olmec heads all up and down Central America, man. All right? When you look at lower Mexico, which me and the elder brother Bun, we've been down there, the Yucatan Peninsula, okay? Yucatan, that's a Hebrew word. You look it up. All right? We went into that. But basically, the Mayans dwelt in that area. So even though you had a lot of Aztecs in Mexico, Lower Mexico was where the Mayans dwelt. All right, from Lower Mexico all the way to Honduras, basically. All right, you know, in Panama, that's where they were, man. Okay, you know, so and you have Olmec heads all up and down there. With those Olmec heads, go back to Zidon. They go back to those Canaanites that came here that worked for King Solomon. All right, go ahead.
It's Deuteronomy 33:18.
Well, hey, well, you know. Where you at?
33:18.
Well, you don't let the brother get it because he holding it. Yeah, he been holding the whole chapter.
Okay. This Deuteronomy 33:18. And Zebulun, he said, rejoice, Zebulun, in thy going out. And what is that?
And Issachar.
Issachar in thy tents.
Basically, when you look it up, and you can do your own research on your own, all right? We ain't making it up. The Aztecs and Mayans, they coexisted at one point in time. You know, they actually coexisted, and they were doing sacrifices together, all right? You know, so rejoice Zebulun and thy going out, and Issachar in thy tents, all right? Issachar dwelt in the tents of Zebulun, you know? The Aztecs were joined with the Mayans at one point in time. Okay? But not let's see this next. Well, you can read some more.
Okay.
Read a little more.
Verse 19, they shall call the people unto the mountain.
The mountains represent those pyramids. Okay? Go ahead.
There they shall offer sacrifices of righteousness, for they shall suck the abundance of the seas.
Right, so before they were doing human sacrifices, and before they were worshiping the sun, before they started going out, they was actually worshiping Yahawah when they came over here. When they came to Arsaref, all right? And Arsaref is the Americas. Make that point, man. All right, another land. It's talking about the Americas. It's talking about the Western Hemisphere, okay? They were worshiping Yahawah at first, before they started going out. Okay?
And of treasures hid in the sand.
Right, so they shall succor the abundance of the sea and treasures hid in the sand. They were rich, all right? The so-called Mayans, the tribe of Zebulun, they were rich, and the tribe of Issachar, so-called Aztecs, they were rich. They were both rich, all right? That's why you get guys like Hernando Cortez or Hernan Cortez, however you want to say his name. Basically, when they came over here, man, they were all about gold, okay?
They knew.
They knew about it.
Christopher Columbus read the book of Ezra. And what did he say? When they're like, how do you know that they'll be over here in America in that movie 1492? He's like, Ezra.
Yeah.
They know, man. They know this ain't no just theological book and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, you said the calculations of Ezra.
Yep, come.
Yep. So they knew, and another thing too, for you flatheads out there, you flat earthers, Christopher Columbus knew the earth was round, man. He said that in the movie, basically.
Based on the scriptures.
Yeah, based off the scriptures, he had said it.
If I could just make a quick point, Esau pinpoints everything from like Alexander on out. So like from Alexander to Galileo and all that, everything happened from his kingdom on out. So he made everything else prior to Esau coming into power was primitive. It was Esau scientists that came up with the discoveries. It was Esau philosophers that was profound and prolific. But the philosophies and the poems was already in the book of Psalms. All right, the science is already there prior to Esau coming into power. I just wanted to bring it out.
That's on point, man.
And
all right.
If I could say this, the northern tribes were rich. They was talking about Osiris, not the Americas. Hey, but when you read in 2nd Ezra 13, it said nobody dwelled in this land. All right, that's why the tribes were rich, because all these resources here, man. Nobody dwell means to live. Nobody lived in the Americas. Now people came over here, did certain things, and went back. But the tribes were the first ones living here, man.
Right.
They were living here and made a living. That's why if you go back to the, even in history, like the Yucatan, those were cities. Like Esau tried to make it like it was just a few buildings and a lake, and the northern tribes were living in huts, and the only thing they had was a few temples. That's where they did some sacrifices to the sun. No, they had cities of gold, man.
Yeah. Highly civilized.
Right. That's why why you think Esau came down here and kept coming back, even when he was getting defeated? Why did he keep coming back? It was too much gold to pass up, man. It was too much gold.
Yeah.
Too many resources. That's why Esau came over here and made the Americas his home.
Right.
All right.
Fuck going back.
Yeah,
Just stay
fuck
here.
going back. He would have stayed over there if all the natural resources were over there.
Yeah.
But no, it was so much here that Esau came here and took what the northern tribes had, man.
Europe is known as the what? The pit.
That's spirit. I was just thinking that.
It's dry as hell.
Spirit.
How do you come into power? Resources.
Yep.
What were they fighting in the Middle East about? Resources.
Right.
Yep.
So, you know, that's what the railroad system was about. You take the gold from the West Coast to the East Coast, back to the slave ships, back to Europe, man.
Right.
But then, like you said, after a while, it was like, we're going to set up shop over here.
Right.
Yep.
Going back.
Fuck the queen.
Right.
Matter of fact, why do you think America was owned pretty much when the northern tribes got conquered? Why do you think America was owned by the British, the French, and the Spanish? Why would all these people be fighting over this, man? And then the little horn America trying to come up to beat all of them, which they happened in prophecy. But why are all these people fighting over this territory and having wars? Esau versus Esau over this territory. All right. Now this land that we in was extremely abundant in resources, and the reason why is because of the climate, man. It has the balanced climate. See, you go down to South America and Mexico, the southern part of it, it's always hot there. So you got the hot vegetation and animals and all of that. See, but in America, it's hot, it's cold, it's warm. You got all the seasons, so you got all the resources that come with the seasons, man. You got the oil, you got everything. But when you go to Canada, it's cold.
Nobody was fighting over Canada.
Right, nobody's really fighting over Canada like that. Canada got resources. Yeah. Hey, but when you hit this point right here, why was it this specific land? Hey, you hit this balanced land that's abundant in all these resources. Hey, you see the shit that Gad and Reuben were dressed in, man? If you really look up the history, man, this brother done looked up a few things, man. Hey, the stuff that they were dressed in, just the outfit alone is running like $14,000, man. All right, just one outfit. Some 7,000, some 3,000, because it's all made out of buck skin. It's all made out of these different animals that were here. So we got the animals that fit all the climates. You got the vegetation that fit all the climates, the trees, everything, the gold, the silver.
Here's the breakdown, the gold of Ophir.
Exactly.
That's it. Yep. Yeah, man. Going back to that excellency of dignity, you know, you had a lot of Reubenites. They wore buckskin, man. It wasn't just Gad that wore that. All right. We go back to that.
Genesis 49:14. Issachar is a strong ass couching down between two burdens. Or did you want me to read 13 again?
Yeah, read 13 again.
Okay, this is Genesis chapter 49, verse 13. Zebulun shall dwell at the haven of the sea.
Right, so we explained, all right, the tribe of Zebulun was the Balawan, or the Guatemalans to Panamanians, all right? And they were called Mayans, all right? Which even when you look the word Mayan up, Mayan is a Hebrew word and it means spring, like springs of water. They should dwell at the haven of the sea. Once again, Panama Canal, all right? Go ahead.
All right, it says, and he shall be for an haven of ships, and his border shall be unto Zidon.
Right. So he shall be for a haven or a harbor, okay? You know, a port basically. And his border shall be under Zidon. Once again, those Olmec heads, which were basically used as landmarks, because like they already had said, now you had King Solomon's navy along with the navy of Hiram. They came over to the Americas or Osiris, but they just came to gather resources. They didn't stay here. That's why they left those Olmec heads for landmarks, because landmarks, they help you as far as your location. They guide you, help you remember where something was. So that's it, man. All right, that explains it. All right, when you look at an ancient map of Israel, Zebulun's border is not into Zidon, okay? Go ahead out.
All right, verse 14. Issachar is a strong ass, couching down between two burdens.
Right, Issachar or Yashashkar are the so-called Mexicans, okay? And they're known for being hard workers. They're known for that, all right? And there are different interpretations of the word Mexican itself. A lot of people say Mexican comes from the name Mextili, which is the Aztec god of war, all right? But then you have another interpretation. You have Lord Kingsborough, which did a lot of research dealing with the tribe of Issachar, and basically he has said that Mexico goes back to Mexico or Mexico or Mexica, which really in the Hebrew is Mashiach, which means anointed. All right, but dealing with the so-called Mexicans, they're a tribe of Issachar. It says they're a strong ass couching down between two burdens. All right, a strong ass meaning a hard worker, man. They're known for working hard. They can, brothers work around Issachar. Brothers go to different temp agencies and work with Issachar, man.
Right.
Or just regular jobs. Issachar known for working hard, man. Issachar, if they see you bullshitting on a job, they gonna steal your work.
Right.
And show you how to do it, man. They build houses by themselves, man, real quick.
Like
okay?
When they can I say this, Elder? Once they build houses, it's like they're building a Mayan temple. It's like they're building a pyramid, because you'll have one Issachar on the ground, and he'll have a handful of rocks, a handful of bricks, maybe 3 bricks, and he'll throw them up like this. And the Issachar right up top, he'll catch them. And they'll have that system going for hours. And he's doing like this, and the bricks, when they throw them, they're stacked in the air. Like, you know how you might throw something and it splatters? Now they throw the bricks up in the air like that perfectly. Yeah. Then the Issachar right up on the 2nd floor, 3rd floor, he catches it. And then it's going that system for hours. They're building a fucking pyramid, man.
Yeah, because, hey, going back to, like it tells you in Chronicles, the tribe of Issachar, men that had understanding of the times, to know what Israel ought to do, basically in times of war, even when it came to, harvest, like certain harvests, know when to get a good crop. Issachar, they understood the knowledge of the constellations and mathematics, man. All right, that's why they were able to perfectly align the pyramids and build them the way that they did, man.
Right, they were in tune with nature.
Yeah, they were in tune with it. Yeah. So they still had that science. So it's the same people coming back, man.
And then what's Issachar stand for? He is hired.
He is hired. That's it, brother.
He got hired in America.
I got the concept to it too.
Yep.
Hey, the main complaint about Issachar in America, he's taking our jobs, taking good American jobs. Like, how does that not fit? He is hired. Like,
right.
Even a rich Edomite, like, I'm finna hire their asses. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they do. That's the tribe.
That's it.
You guys are so simple. Like I say, you complain. You always talk about the Holy Spirit through the Spirit. This is through the Spirit that this is coming out. But then when we get spiritual and get faithful, you don't want to deal with it, man. We don't know. We don't know. A simple term for all the tribes, just real quick. A simple thing how you know where Israelites are at. I don't like to use the word religious, but extremely religious love to drink, love to dance, and love to have sex all fucking day.
Those the attributes.
Now you go anywhere and the whole vibe is this. That's Israel. That's where Israel is. So you go to Mexico, Belize, Nicaragua, South America, Guatemala, Dominican Republic, any of that. All right, these people we don't know. All right, no, this is what's happening there, man. Like this is what everybody love to do. When you get around Esau, that's not his vibe, man. That's not something that he want to do. If you get around a Moabite, for brothers who have been around Moabites, they not like that. No, they don't. Hey, we want to drink all day. Like, no, that's not something they want to do. Now, Esau, he'll drink all day or whatever, but he'll also be on some crazy ass drugs and he'll be doing gay shit. You know,
fights and shit.
right? Hey, when it comes to a woman, Esau not really about dealing with women like that. You know what I'm saying? He's down with drugs and stuff and drinking, but drinking beer. See, Jake will drink beer, but Jake be on extremely hard liquor all the time. Like that's what Jake like.
Yep.
Matter of fact, for Hennessy, these brothers we were talking about it. Hennessy, cognac, Hennessy. I believe 90 or 95% of the Earth's Hennessy is sold in America. All right. Hey man, that's already going to tell you. You know what I'm saying? What type of people here, man? Then for the other ones, what? Tequila, biggest tequila producers. If Jake ain't drinking that cognac, Jake be drinking that tequila, man. And if Jake ain't drinking them two, he's drinking that vodka, man. That's what everybody. That's Jake's thing. So in simple terms, when you see this is a big symbolization of where the Lord's people are at, man.
Hey,
That's the indicator.
Romans 8:16.
Yeah.
You bear witness, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the indicator, man.
If I can say this, just like the brother going into, what other nation had multiple baby mamas like the nation of Israel? Because you got billionaire Edomites that don't even have kids. But you got Jake living check to check, or hell, no job, and he got 4 or 5 baby mamas.
Yeah, man, all the tribes like that.
Yep.
All the tribes like that, man. But going back to the blessing we received, you know, by the Lord giving it to Abraham, by thy seed shall be as stars of heaven. That's Jake, man. Jake multiply like crazy.
I mean, who else from different nations start off having kids at 14?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Jake my age now got 14-year-olds. I'm not even 30 yet. You got Jake my age now with 14-year-old kids, man.
We still got that spirit of Genesis when he said, "Be fruitful and multiply." And they ain't never stopped.
Yeah, it's in Jake's spirit.
Yeah, get around some Edomites and be like, man, I'm about to get drunk. Where the women at? And you might have one. They might, oh yeah, woo, might say something, but they not gonna vibe.
Yeah.
Get around Jake, any other tribes.
Right.
Get around them and be like, man, I'm trying to get drunk. Where the hoes at? Hey, if you say it in any of their languages, watch the reaction you get, man. All of them. Oh, hey man, you gotta go here. Hey, everybody's gonna be into that, cause that's the people.
There's only one nation that's famous for catcalling or any type of calling. You don't hear no Arabs seeing a so-called black woman and saying "Skate!" But you'll see Issachar in the car see a so-called black woman. My man, hey, can't speak English. But he'll catcall his ass off, man.
All the tribes do that, man.
We love that. Hey, Jake is a peculiar creature, man.
All the tribes like that.
Hey, this is Genesis 30 and 49. I got the precept to
Oh, okay, Con, go ahead.
This is Genesis 30 and I'm gonna start at 17. It says, "And the Most High hearkened unto Leah, and she conceived and bare Jacob the 5th son." Now, brothers, break me if I'm wrong, but doesn't 5 represent power?
Yeah. Come.
And
Yeah,
you
because
was
the
talking-
5 sons of the RAWCHAA.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah, because you was talking about how strong Issachar is, right?
Come.
It says, and Leah said, "Yahweh power hath given me my hire, because I have given my maiden to my husband," and she called his name Issachar.
See, he is
That's
higher.
it. He is higher. Yep. So that nomen omen. He does what his name says. All right. And they said a strong ass couching down between 2 burdens. Those 2 burdens are 2 land masses. All right. You got North America, okay, and then you have Central America. You got Mexico in between, okay. Go ahead.
All right. Genesis 49 and 14. Issachar is a strong ass couching down between two burdens. And he saw that rest was good.
Right. So the strong ass couching down between two burdens. That land mass they will be in will be called Mexico today. All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, like it says between North and
Between
North and South America.
North America and Central America. You can say South America too, because South America under Central America. All right.
But it says, and he saw that rest was good and the land that it was pleasant.
Right. So the land of Mexico. Go ahead.
And bowed his shoulder to bear and became a servant unto tribute.
Right. To those Spaniards, to those conquistadors, man, they got conquered. All right. That's why they speak Spanish today. Okay. So we can identify them. We know who the tribe of Issachar is. That's them. All right. They didn't bow their shoulder to bear and become a servant to tribute in the land of Israel. Now they did get conquered by the Assyrians. Okay. Now we know that history, but they weren't a strong ass country down between two burdens. All right, in the land of Israel. They did work hard. They still did what their name said, but they didn't dwell between two land masses. Okay. So those are future prophecy. Okay?
And if it says he is hired, right?
Yeah.
If he going into captivity, you're not hired.
Yeah.
You're not getting a wage.
Right.
You know?
Yep. But they work today.
Yeah,
they work for pay.
But they hired now in America.
Yeah, they work for pay.
But so Assyria, you didn't hear nothing about we going into captivity with the Assyrians. It was on payroll.
Yeah, you just forced to work.
You just forced to work, man.
Yeah. Future prophecy.
All right. This you want me to
Yeah,
keep
keep going.
Hey, the spirit not dealing with you guys. That's why you're not dealing with prophecy anymore. Because that really what's happening. See, the spirit of YAHAWASHI is the spirit of prophecy.
Right.
See, that's why y'all don't want to deal with it no more. That's why you're saying Arsarit go back to Exodus. You're not saying it's dealing with the Americas no more. That's why you're saying Babylon is Vatican. Over there. You know what I'm saying? You ain't dealing with prophecy no more, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything that they doing, that's because the spirit of YAHAWASHI is gone from you, man. You're not prophesying anymore. You're speaking. You're pretty much telling everybody that everything in the scriptures that already happened so far, man. You're telling everybody that Esau gonna be around forever. That's not prophecy. Prophecy is that he's gonna be destroyed, but he's already here, so he's gonna be around forever. See, you're not prophesying judgment anymore. The spirit of prophecy is gone from you. Therefore, the spirit of YAHAWASHI is gone from you guys, man.
Yep. Everything hasn't been fulfilled yet, man. If that's the case, we be in the kingdom.
Right.
All right. But yeah, if Arsaret means Exodus, what were the tribes exiled to? Okay. Which it don't mean that, but where were they taken to? Where did they go? Go ahead.
Verse 16, Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Israel.
Right, and Dan, the name Dan or Don, it means judge. Okay. All right. Then you had Samson. He was a Danite. All right. But then when it goes back to the tribe of Dan, dealing with the tribe of Dan, there's not a tribe today, man. When you read Judges, the 18th chapter, the last you see of Dan, you know, which your brother can get it, you know, just get the certain key points. Dan was committing idolatry. You know, that's basically the last you hear of Dan. And like the Apostle Ariamla made the statement, you know, Dan was a part of the Northern Kingdom, but when Dan got brought to the Americas, they became amalgamated, or how can I put it? Like, pretty much mixed in with the other tribes.
You said it.
You know? You know, that's basically what happened. So they don't exist as a tribe anymore, man.
If I can say this, Elder, that's why I said in 2nd Ezra, these 10 tribes. Because they came over here with the Northern Kingdom, but they didn't have their own inheritance, man.
Yep.
Their own lot.
Hence, when you read Revelation chapter 7, why they're not mentioned.
I was just thinking that.
That's simple.
That's simple, man.
You said Judges 18.
Yeah, Judges 18. You just get the part where it speaks about Dan making an idol. Okay, you can look around for it. Just keep reading it.
All right, this is Genesis 49, verse 17. Dan shall be a serpent by the way and an adder in the path.
Right. So, you know that they were warriors, and that was one of their war strategies. All right. Go ahead.
that biteth the horse heels, so that his rider shall fall backward.
Right? But like I said, man, this is the last you hear of Dan right here. Go ahead.
All right. It's Judges 18 and 30. And the children of Dan set up the graven image, and Jonathan, the son of Gershom,
Where?
Gershom, the son of Manasseh, he and his sons were priests to the tribe of Dan until the day of the captivity of the land.
Right.
And
You know, so here it is, you got the tribe of Dan going off into graven images, but they got these priests. And you can imagine those priests would be scared, because here it is, they would have to like justify them having this graven image. You got to be priests to these men that's worshiping idols, man. But that's the last you hear of Dan. You know, and as far as them being amalgamated, we'll find it out in detail in the kingdom. Right now, it's not important. We just know that they don't exist as a tribe anymore.
Period.
That's simple.
That's it.
Like you said, that's, yeah, period. All right? Go ahead. You got something else to work? Go ahead.
All right, verse 18. I have waited for thy salvation, O Yahawah power.
Right. And that's really dealing with all the tribes, because we all messed up, man. We're waiting to be gathered. All right? By Shiloh, which really is YAHAWASHI. That's his name. Go ahead.
Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last.
Right. Now you just gonna break that down as the Assyrians conquering Gad? Why would it single Gad out then? Because the Assyrians conquered the whole northern kingdom. So it ain't talking about that, man. It's talking about the tribe of Gad, who are the so-called North American Indians today. All right, Gad means troop. All right, their name means troop, and you see so-called North American Indians. They're known for being warriors. All right, they're known for that. Okay, and it said a troop shall overcome him, which we know is the American cavalry. All right, and then the reason why it put so much emphasis on it, because there were a lot of so-called Indian wars, man. There were a lot of Indian wars that happened. All right, you know, until Esau finally got the better of Gad, man. All right, and you see him move to reservations. All right, we know what happened to Gad. All right, you can read about the Trail of Tears. You can read about Wounded Knee. Okay, there's a lot of wars that happen, man.
Like I said, there's a lot of you that think you're Negroes in Judah actually are Gadites, man. This is the state of Mississippi. The state of Mississippi, before it was called Jackson in Mississippi, it was called LaFleur Bluff. And prior to being called Jackson or LaFleur Bluff, the state of Mississippi was called Choctaw Nation.
Right.
So it's a lot of Gadites that think they Judah down here, man. And you can see it in a lot of the features, man. I was just looking at a video of, you know, Big Meech. I was watching his son's interview. That man is a Gadite, man.
Yeah.
All right, you can watch Big Meech son's interview. Vlad got that deep ass voice. He got that Gadite face, man. So a lot of you jakes and a lot of you people that think you're from the Southern Kingdom, a lot of you niggas, they're probably calling all the Israelites Negroes. A lot of you probably Gadites, man. They don't even know it. A lot of you Nazarene type cats, it's called you can't be an Israelite unless you black. Half of y'all are Gadites. That's how heavy it is, man. A Reuben.
Big Meech, one of the biggest legends in black culture.
Yup.
You know, and it's heavy that he could be a Gadite.
He could be a Gadite, man.
Yeah, because not only Judah has influence, the other tribes have influence too.
Right.
You know? But, you know, it starts with Judah, but at the same time, all the tribes got their spirit, man. Yeah, they all got salt. You know?
And I mean, this is my speculation, but a lot of Gadites had what? They had chiefs. They had chief Gadites, chiefs among the tribes, the Gadite nations, and they were very flamboyant, ostentatious. Picture that without the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, being culturated in captivity, having no morals. You know what I'm saying? But you still got that mentality is, I don't want to be on some low level I want to rule. So that's all the tribes.
And do you know how many slaves it was, man? Like after, 1863? After the Civil War, do you know how many slaves walked off those plantations, man? There was an innumerable amount of slaves walked off. And if you know history, who took them in? Who took a majority of them in, man? A majority of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi did not just go out on their own.
They went to Esau.
That's what happened. They ain't go to Esau.
Esau took
Some
us in.
stayed on the plantation, and you had a few that was able to start something on their own, form their own little place where they building and different stuff like that. But a majority of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi went straight to the northern tribes, man. All right, Gad and Reuben. That's who took them in, okay? And they formed relationships, man. The women of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi was with the men of Gad and Reuben. And the men of Judah and Benjamin and Levi was with the women of Gad and Reuben.
Yep.
All right?
That's the point of forming alliances. You know, you can take each other's women.
And if you look at old pictures of Gadite women, and they were fine. You look at man, you look at that old picture, like, God damn, these women they were built like you think the Judite woman is built today. They had the fat asses and stuff, man. That's how they were built. All right? They were built like that with the long legs, big butt,
Long ass hair.
yeah, and long hair. All right? And that's what mainly Judite men be liking. They be liking that right there. But hey, if you look at Gad, them Gadite women, they were built like that, man. All right? A lot of mingling was going on. So like you were saying, a lot of you guys, you walk around Judah, this all tribes are black, or saying you don't know. Hey, but this happened. This is history. It's known that this happened. So you see a bunch of Jakes walking around. Hey, nigga, fuck you on God, bro. See me in the streets. This Gad talking to you like that. This Reuben.
At one point,
All right?
yeah,
This Judah. All of them together. They be smoking their weed together, all that other stuff that you see niggas do. Hey, they call each other nigga, they doing the same thing. Just like all the tribes, man. Just like all these tribes that you see on here, including Issachar, Zebulun, you got dark skin to them, man. All right, hey, all shades of colors.
Oh,
what's wrong with you guys, man?
And Gad and Reuben has a warrior energy. They got warrior spirit. It's don't think Gad is just like this laid back, docile dude that needs some liquor. No, those are warrior tribes. And a lot of Jakes that y'all think that are straight Negroes, nah, those are Gadites and Reubenites.
Yeah, that's why Jake, you know, if it be Gad or Reuben, they'll flock to their gang culture, man. You know, a lot of them, because in them gangs, they have what's called chiefs. You know, you got the leaders of them tribes. And then also, I mean, at least back in the day, you know, they looked at it as a thing of honor or brotherhood. Yeah. You know, so they just did it on the left-hand side.
Cause it's really like a war thing.
It's a war
like that gang shit, we call it gangs on this side. Really, those like warriors that's on the left-hand side. Right. Like because what the Gadites said, they had the war call, the war cry, the paint, the war paint. And that was on the heathenistic scale in America then, but now you got nigga culture. So now you got Jake, the Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom. Here, MS-13, they got all that war all them tattoos, but they really like evil warriors.
Yeah, and Reuben, going back to the name Seminole, when you look it up, it means runaway or wild one, and that's their spirit, man.
Yep.
You know, Reuben, they can get wild, you know.
It's heavy, like when Jake got you talking. It's heavy in Memphis. Jake got tattoos they gang signs on their face.
But go back to that war paint.
The teardrops and everything.
But like you said, go back to that war paint. Shit, the Northern Kingdom is on the same thing. Yeah. MS-13. They got the shit. Face, and that's Zebulun. But they got all that. It's the same thing, man.
Yep.
It's the same shit.
Hey, this is spiritual. So you see, we not bringing out like different books and giving you references. I mean, you know, we may mention a few things, but for the most part, we just naming the spirit of these tribes, get into detail with that, and get in the scriptures, man. We know it's long because we getting a lot of precepts, and we expounding, but you brothers get the point, man. Go back to that.
Yeah, I want to say this about Gad and Reuben, mingling amongst the tribes. Hey, Gad and Reuben, they're war ready, man. All right. Hey, see, they'll show you the mainstream Gadites. All right, because Esau don't want you to know that we all the Israelites. Because if he show you all the tribes look-alikes in these similar ways, you know what I'm saying? Hey, a light bulb gonna pop up, even though you already got the prophets here anyway, showing you. But a light bulb gonna pop up in the average Jake head. Why we all look alike? Man, we need to link up, man. And that's what's gonna happen. But you got Gad and Reuben, just speaking on them, like, especially mingled amongst the southern kingdom, like, these are extremely war-ready tribes, Gad and Reuben. All right, these tribes here, these are the ones that you see. All right, he went to the trunk on you, man. That's that guy right there.
He didn't do much talking.
Yeah, he didn't do much talking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That Reubenite that you saw, that was if you go to a club or a bar, he's in the forefront and ready to fight everybody. Hey, that's his spirit. That's what because that Reuben was known to link up and flatline your ass, man. That's what they did.
Yeah.
All right. Gad was cerebral. All right. Gad sat back. And Gadites were known to really sit back with deep ass voices and plot in guerrilla warfare your ass, man.
Hey, can I make this quick point?
Go ahead.
This guy, Yo Gotti, right? He was basically saying like he was like a Gadite. So I don't listen to his interview because we watch interviews of like certain nigga culture or whatever. But he was like, I mean what it is. He was like he didn't smoke or drink because in the streets he wanted to be aware of everything in his surroundings. He said this in the interview. He was like, I want to be aware of everything in my surroundings because just like that, you make the wrong decision, you dead. Yeah. Just like this, so it was like, I want to be aware of all my surroundings. I want to know everything. Like you're saying, Gad is cerebral.
Yeah, and that's the balance to it because there are a lot of Gadites that do drink, that's so-called alcoholic. A lot of Gad drunk out, they strung out on liquor. But there's a lot of Gad, going back to Gad being cerebral, like you said, Gad wanted that focus, man. They need to be aware because they was war ready.
And even if they do drink, they still just cerebral.
Anyway.
But like I said, a lot of the Reuben and Gad, they got a war energy. You be thinking them wild niggas, like you go to part like Chicago or even down here, you be thinking that's a wild nigga. Now the reason why he's ready to fight for no reason, it's a good chance that he's a Gad or Reubenite. Like man, what is coming from? Like what's talking about grapes and shit? Like, he just fuck. I ain't ready for that, bro. I'm ready for whatever, nigga. Like, that might be a Gadite, man, or a Reubenite.
It's just his spirit.
It's his spirit. If I can say this, you see that a lot with Russell Westbrook. The way he play, how aggressive he is, he always ready to fight.
Yeah.
Like him and Kevin Durant really didn't get along because Kevin Durant was laid back.
Yeah.
Right. Westbrook was like, come on, man, let's go. He was ready to go. So he go.
And that's Judah spirit, like laid back and shit.
That's why they're kind of clashing.
Yeah. You gotta build Judah to a point. Like you gotta push Judah to the edge. If he get pushed to the edge, you finna die.
Yeah, Gad, Reuben, and the half tribe Manasseh, those were the warrior tribes, Go ahead.
Yeah, just to add a quick point, when you go to the Virginia Act of 1682, which a lot of people don't know about, they got Judah, which the so-called Negroes and the Indians, that's the same people in that act, because they knew they was dark-skinned and they all looked alike. They couldn't really make a separation. Oh, well, we just gonna say they the same people.
He would group them together. So ignore what's called black Seminoles or black Indians. Right. That's the stigma. And then sometimes Esau would just change it to black period. When he'll know that it's Gad or Reuben.
That's why I don't know if you just mentioned it, but that's why Esau, if you got a little bit of so-called black in you, you automatically black. That's why he did it. He don't want you figuring out. He don't want you putting the pieces to the puzzle. All right? Because if we was all walking around and we all had the records, oh no, that's Gad, that's this, that's that, or he just say Native American, Native American, Native American, Native American. Hey, this is black. Hey, eventually everybody was looking at, well, why the hell we look just alike then?
Right.
That's easy to put the pieces together on that.
Yeah. But then at the same time, it was beautiful because it helped preserve Israel.
Yep.
If you were just to know and identify who every certain tribe is, Esau could just group us all together, man, and get us all. But he messed himself up, man.
Yeah. He did that to like kind of use us before we knew to build America.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't know and use us till he could use us no more. We had us working and shit for free. You know what I'm saying though?
Yeah.
And we still don't know. Some of us still don't know who we are. You know.
But we fulfilled Jeremiah 50 and 33. The children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. Gad and Reuben and Judah all right next to each other working, man. All right. Go back to that.
All right. This is Genesis 49 and 20. Out of Asher, his bread shall be fat.
Right, Asher, so-called Incas. Today, the people of Colombia to Uruguay, all right? You know, Colombians to Uruguayans, okay? You got the people in Brazil, all right? You know, hey man, when you look at the tribe of Asher, man, people in South America, the spirit that they have, man, it's a rich spirit, okay? And Asher or Ashar, it means happy, okay? Read that again.
Verse 20. Out of Asher his bread shall be fat, and he shall yield royal dainties.
His bread, so his food, all right, they'll be eating good. They eat all natural, non-GMO, okay? And also their resources. They have rich, abundant resources.
Can I please get you some BAHASHAM? Agriculture in Brazil, Wikipedia. The agriculture of Brazil is historically one of the principal bases of Brazil's economy. While its initial focus was on sugarcane, Brazil eventually became the world's largest exporter of coffee, soybeans, beef, and crop-based ethanol. It says Brazil, quote, bread basket of the world, unquote. Woo!
His bread should be
Yeah. It said Brazil, quote, bread basket of the world, unquote.
So try and find, I thought we didn't know.
It says production, grains, 14.5 million tons. Cane and derivatives, major products, 493.4 million tons. Soy, 59.2 million tons. And corn, 58.9 million tons.
All non-GMO.
Crop value, $148.4 billion. Brazil exported 37,000 tons of processed cashew nuts, valued at $187.7 thousand US dollars in 2012.
They even have what's called Brazil nuts on top of that, man.
Yep.
Go ahead with some more.
I mean, it's a whole article.
Hold on this. People love Brazilian coffee. Like Brazil is known for so much, man. They're known for their steak. Okay, so that them royal dainties, man. His bread shall be fat. People know about Carnival. All right, they know about that, man. What's called Fat Tuesday. You know, Louisiana got their version. You know, Haiti, they got their version or whatever. But mainly down there in Brazil, like, man, people eat a lot of food during that time, man.
And Brazil actually, I'm trying to pull it up now. Brazil actually has dainties.
Yeah.
From Brazil, like, because a dainty, because if we can get the definition for it, if we got time for it.
You're going to royal delicacy?
Yeah, because dainties go back to delicacies.
Yeah.
But Brazil actually has little delicacies that they're famous for. It's like 10, 11, 12 different delicacies.
Crepes.
Because if you look at the word delicacy, I can just look it up right quick.
Yeah.
If you look at the word delicacy, it goes back. It goes back to like little cakes, little desserts, little handheld desserts. And Brazil actually produces that, man.
Yeah.
And
Like them strudels.
Yeah.
They go back to them.
Yeah, and America has the artificial versions of that, man.
That's why all these different rich elite go down to Rio de Janeiro, man. You know, they go to different parts of Brazil, all right? Because, you know, you just got Rio de Janeiro, but there's a lot of other parts they go to too, man. And they eat good, you know?
You know what, man? You know, it's being broken down beautifully. We have a tribe sign that pinpoints the tribes accurately to the best of our ability, all right? And then you niggas come out with an answer and say, no, this sign ain't right. And then you replace it with we don't know.
Yeah.
The fuck? How do you even do that, man?
They didn't even give us the answer.
Right, you can't, you take away the answer
Paid.
that we all know and replace it like, no, we don't know the answer. This don't make any damn sense, man. Why would you do that? That don't even make sense. All right, the only time that you can actually do that is if somebody's telling you, all right, the Lord coming back tomorrow.
Yeah.
The only reason that you can go out and say that, okay, we don't know, is because the scriptures say we don't know. All right? But when it comes to the tribes, did it say that the prophets won't know? in that day? No, it said we had an unction from the Holy One, and we know all things, man.
Did the Holy Spirit bringing all things to our remembrance?
Cool.
We don't remember who we were. We had about captivity.
Yeah.
It's also speaks about knowledge shall increase.
Yep, the knowledge increasing because the book will be unsealed
That's right.
during the end. It was sealed during the time of Daniel, but it will be unsealed in the end.
If y'all haven't got already, just one scripture, Hosea chapter 1, verses what is it, 7, I believe, in the land. Where it says
10.
10, okay. Where it said you were not my people. There shall you be called people of living. How do you do that?
Yeah.
All right. And like you mentioned, you should remember who you are in the land of your captivity. How you gonna remember who you are, man, if nobody telling you which tribe you from, man?
Right.
If you come out and, hey, y'all, we the Israelites. All right, well, it's 12 tribes of Israel. Okay? Who? Which tribe are you? I don't know, but I'm an Israelite. How does that even work? That's totally against the scriptures, man. You guys, you took it away. You're taking the answer away from the people and putting we don't know right there. Just like with other things. We don't know. They've been doing that shit. We don't know.
Can break you down but can't build you up.
Exactly. Arserif and all that. Well, then what's America in the scriptures then? We don't know. Like, how do you want to say that Babylon is Vatican? You want to say that Arserif is not America? Okay, what's America in the scriptures? Well, we don't know. Why the hell we come to slavery here? Deuteronomy 28:68, bringing the ships. We don't know. Hey, this is land of captivity. Okay, well then what's Babylon? Well, Rothschilds and the. Which one? We ain't go to slavery in the Vatican. Which one is it?
Yeah, and it's spiritual because when you guys are off, but dealing with like the elders of Habad said, these different scriptures in Genesis 49 and Deuteronomy 33, giving you the geographical location of the tribes in the last days. When it talks about these different tribes, it'll mention how they'll be rich in these different locations because Arseref, which are the Americas, is also known as the land of Ophir. All right, and Oprah is known for gold, man. Okay, so I mean, come on, you know what I'm saying? But we ain't worried about you guys, and we talking about the tribe of Asher now. Hey, man, the Incas, they were known for having a lot of gold, man. They were called gold, the sweat of the sun, or the tears of the sun. They were bathed in gold flakes. They would eat with gold. They would have gold sprinkled on their food. Okay.
Right.
Man, they had it going on, but hey, you got it.
What's that? America known for what? The gold rush.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
we be in the kingdom with gold seasoning. You know how you got the salt, sprinkle a little gold on it, guys. Right? Yeah. You know, hey, matter of fact, Moab, which everything go back to us, but Moab, when they cooking their rice over there in China, they actually got a gold coin in there that they cooking the rice in to get all the nutrients and stuff from the gold.
Right.
It's good for your brain, man. You know.
This is Hosea 1 and 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered.
It said Israel is the sand of the sea, man. See, these guys, they coming around saying that we don't know. It's going to be clear Israel going to be in some locations because Israel is as the sand of the sea. This is huge. All right? One tribe is a nation in itself.
Man, do you know what Bartolome de las Casas said? When you read the book, The Devastation of the Indies, when he mentioned the island of Hispaniola, called the Dominican Republic of Haiti today, he said it was as if you fit the world's population all on that one island, man. Proving that they was Israelites. Like you said, you know, sand of the sea.
Right. Hey, matter of fact, just proof on Simeon alone. The Dominicans are Simeonites. Hey, I just got a comment, I think last week, from a Simeonite. And you know, we did the video back when we was in the Dominican Republic, and I named the video The Dominicans a Slave Mine. Hey, he wrote the comment on there saying, how dare you come to our country and disrespect our people. Hey, take your motherfucking ass to Haiti, bring your ass over there, cause I dare if you come, he said, get the fuck out of our country. Cause I dare you wouldn't say that to a Dominican face. He said, we'll fuck you up.
Man, that's Jake.
Hey, man, that ain't nothing but an Israelite. Yeah, how the fuck you gonna come down here?
Right.
Hey, don't you disrespect me. Hey, guess what? He about to get his Simeonite on, man. He think he about to kill somebody and shit, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The ancient spirit.
Hey, yeah, that ancient weapon of cruelty spirit, man. All right, but the thing is, you know, we Israelites, and your Israelite spirit will kick in reading the comment like that. All right, try it. You be ready to take him out.
Yeah.
You got some vocals.
But you know what? That proves he was an Israelite. Because scripture say how thine eyes shall be evil toward thy brother. You know?
You see it? See, Jake be ready to get down, man. Esau don't. Hey, the other nations ain't on that, but yeah, go ahead.
And it shall come to pass. Look at the key word. It shall come to pass.
The future.
The future. Prophecy. Something you guys are not familiar with because you're not familiar with the spirit of YAHAWASHI. All right? Go ahead.
That in the place where it was said unto them that ye are not my people.
Now, where on earth has it been said that you are not my people? Well, it's all over the earth today where they say that you are not my people. But that started in America, man. Where it was like, no, you're not Israelites. All right? Because anytime prior to this here, America being established, we were known as the Israelites, man.
You know what? You prove, hey man, that proof is talking about this place. Because we always talk about it in other countries, they acknowledge us as being the Israelites. It was really mainly America, North America.
Yup. It wasn't the Vatican. See, back when the Pope was established and all that shit, we knew we were Israelites. Which proof that's not fucking Babylon. But yeah, anyway, it's telling you right here. Obviously, you're not going to be called Israelites. All right? You're going to be called something else. Where you about to go. And proof of that is here. You know what I'm saying? That's why we got to come out and make videos proving that we the Israelites. You know?
That's why we got these names on this side.
We go.
They're going to Psalm. Keep them from what? Being a nation.
That's it.
Yep.
You know?
Matter of fact, that's why in the book of Ezekiel, when he told Ezekiel, hey, make a stick and put them together, these two kingdoms, all right, and you're going to have to prophesy with it. He said that was meant for the future, all right? Because they didn't need it back then.
Exactly.
What you need this for? All right, Jake walking around, Judah flowing through his veins. Like, what you got to say, prophet? Hey, they knew who the prophets was, the Levitical priests doing sacrifices, all that. But no, that ain't going on no more. Jake just got done eating a hog head sandwich, man. You know what I'm saying? It's extra, triple baconator, man. Like your woman just got done with a big king crab leg about this long in her hand, man. Eating it and shit, man.
It's continued from heritage.
Right, eating what they had at the fair, alligator nuggets or something like that.
Alligator
Jake
nuggets.
eating that stuff, man.
Alligator nuggets.
Eating duck
Nuts.
and all that different stuff, man. So obviously this is happening, man. Obviously, because even in the time of Rome, how you know it's not talking about that is because you had a section of our people, Pharisees, Sadducees, and other Israelites who maintained who they were, man.
It's dead.
All right, the tribes knew who they were. Now in certain countries they didn't. All right, but here in America, nobody knows. Like what? Hey, you gotta get Jake, and if you try to convince Jake you're an Israelite, you're like, huh? Nobody was keeping the law, man.
And all the tribes are over here. All the tribes went back, in Rome and in Jerusalem 2,000 years ago.
I don't want him to go dead, but
exactly.
You finna hit it.
And it says that in that place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power.
Exactly. So start with Elder Kazak, hey, going through this lesson. You know what I'm saying? Being headed by this elder. All right. We showing the people, hey, you are the sons of the living power. All right. And now you got other folks trying to find, well, y'all the sons of the living power, but we don't know. Like when it comes to detail, we don't know. We don't know tribe. You know, well, what if I'm from the tribe? We don't know. Well, tribe of Issachar, we don't know. Who is that in the Dominican Republic and Haiti? We don't know. We just know they Israelites. See, now you causing confusion. Because it's clearly different tribes. Clearly, that's going to be a question that get asked. Well, who is this tribe? So you mean to tell me the Lord wasn't going to get that answer to us, man? He gave the answer to us. We breaking it down, man. All right? We're breaking it down. So obviously in this land, it was going to come out teaching them who they are, man. It was going to come out saying, all right, yeah, you so-called Negroes that all this happened to, this fits the prophecy of who this would happen to. This has to be the so-called Negro who got it the worst. This has to be the head tribe. And why would Negro be the head tribe of Judah? Well, like you was getting into earlier. Look at them. The forefront, man. The fashion, the fighting, the drawing, whatever you want to do, Judah will be the leader of it, man. Anything that Judah put out there to do, guess what? Everybody else follow, man.
Judah has a spirit of excellence. Excellent go back to excel.
Yep.
So whatever Judah put his mind to, he's gonna excel.
Well, and it said that how he excelled above his brethren. You know, when he got the birthright. Like, you know, when he became the head tribe.
And that's how you know who Judah is, because we talked about this earlier. Like when Issachar fights, he's fighting to show you his heart. Like Issachar, the Northern Kingdom has heart. Issachar has heart. Like he gonna fight to the death. Jake ain't trying to fight to the death. Jake is showing you, no, I'm superior than you. Yep. Like I'm playing this game to show my superiority. I'm on the court to show you that I'm the best player. Judah's always showing his sovereignty, man. He's showing I'm a god, I'm great. Right. He's always showing his greatness.
Hey, and that's why we had saw like posters of LeBron and Curry down in the Dominican Republic. And they dressing like, you know, Judah. You know, it's the same spirit no matter where you go. And even just in North America, man, like you be amongst the other tribes, they act like Judah, man. You know?
Issachar them swear up and down they niggas. That's what they say. And really they are, just a light-skinned version. But you know, hey, but they that's how they talk amongst each other. If you dealt with a Northern tribe woman or Issacharite woman, she can tell you that's what they do. They don't like Judah. All right, they like, nah, we won't fuck with them. Why don't you get with no man? He can. You know, they get mad at them if they fuck with one of us. You know, hey, but that's how they act towards each other. They say the fitted caps, Jordans, the way that they talk, everything. You just talk to one of the women. They'll tell you, hey, look, they act just like that. That's what they want to be. So yeah, that's how you know when it comes to Judah. That start with Judah right there, man. That's an easy way to pinpoint one of the tribes. But when it comes to you guys, we don't know. We don't know if it's Judah. We don't know. Now I can't just say your bloodline go back to Judah. All right. It may not. You know what I'm saying? Hey, one of you niggas walking around talking about you an Israelite, you may go back to the Ham. All right. You might go back to the Edomite, man.
Like I was wondering why he never got them flies off his face. Right. He ain't do shit.
See, that's why we know you an Israelite, man. You know, but hey, we could be like, hey man, you don't know if you go back to Ham. You love getting your head lined up, man. That's that Egyptian shit, man.
Yeah, Canaanite lined up.
Yeah, you got that Canaanite spirit going on. Hey, Jake get mad at you then, man.
Hey, but even what you just mentioned about dealing with Issachar, you know, we read how Issachar's spirit is like a strong ass, which is a donkey. They're hard workers, but a donkey also is known for being stubborn.
Right.
You know, so you see how Issachar is, man. They stubborn when it comes to them waking up to this truth, man. And they stubborn when it comes to acknowledging the other tribes. But now you see Issachar waking up, so everything has balance to it, man. You know, they coming back. But yeah, you get that for the elder.
That's Baruch 2:30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves.
Exactly. So how you gonna remember yourself if you don't have no tribes or nothing to pinpoint anything? I'm a Israelite.
tribe.
Well, what about the rest? I don't know. But hey, you not gonna, hey, look. Hey, don't worry about all that. We Israelites though. Like, come on, man. You gotta relax, Jake. You going too hard, man. All right. I know you got a personal hate vendetta going on towards brothers in Great Millstone and different stuff like that. You hate the apostles. You want to claim the book untaught you and all this other shit. But hey, man, you gotta chill the fuck out, man. You done deleted all your videos. Like, so all y'all work. You know what I'm saying? You done deleted it. You know what I'm saying? You know, Jake, you going hard, man. And you on a fast path to destruction. Like, you destroying yourself. If you destroy your whole body of work, hey man, you finna destroy yourself, man.
Yeah, you just destroying your body.
Right, you destroy your whole body of work. So it said in our land, we gonna be brought to remembrance of who we are in the land of our captivity. And that's clear what's happening now, man. All right? It's prophecy. Now, it's not easy to them that's not in this truth, but it's plain to the holy, man. All right, because it deals with faith. All right? It deals with faith. All right? So when you got Negroes, West Indians, Haitians, Dominicans, Guatemalans, to Panamanians, Puerto Rico, on down, you know what I'm saying? And you look at these tribes and what they doing, you know what I'm saying? All right, so what if you want to make an argument and say, no, the Cubans, not Manasseh, the Cubans are Ephraim, and actually Puerto Ricans are Manasseh. Come on, man, what the hell you doing? All right, you know what I'm saying? Jake be trying to find something, you try to find a flaw in just any little minuscule thing, man. And this thing is bigger than you, man.
And this is perfect, man. Yeah, like the scriptures say, man, be ye perfect, you know, as Yahawah is perfect. This, you know, the revelation of the tribes given to our priest Ariah is perfect, man. And then the scriptures say that all things be done decently and in order. So like you said, you can say you're an Israelite, but you got, you know, we don't know who the tribes are. That's not in order, man. Because you know, hey man, really what it is, the Lord took the spirit from you guys. And this lesson isn't for you. We got to mention you because we got to let the congregation of Israel know these guys are going off and don't follow them. So we got to, hey, it says mark them that cause division, so you got to be brought up. Right. But the purpose of this, you know, video, this live show, hey, you know, we had to do it live, man. Just showing you this is us. And the Lord waking the tribes up, man. The Lord waking the tribes up. So,
you niggas are lazy, man. You fucking lazy. See now, Elder Ariah, he was diligent when he was doing this, man. Yeah, he not in his right mind now. For right now. You know, who knows? He come back, man. In the end, we gonna see some shit. Alright? But, alright, he was diligent and diligently studying Hebrew and all these different things to get to these tribes, man. Alright? What you niggas do? Right. You over here trying to find a video on YouTube to debunk it, but you don't even do any groundwork to show us the correct way. Hey, normally when you say this tribe ain't right, we're expecting for your sign. Where your sign at of who they are. Not a we don't know. You know
hey man, they might get an actual stick. Like not a plank, but they might get like an actual long stick with just these names on it, you know? All the way down, and then they might have Dan on it too. Hey man, we gonna see, man. Like you said, we gonna see things from you guys, man. Cause at this point, we don't expect you to get better.
And then, you know? And then just think about it. If we ain't had these names, the so-called names on there, just Judah. Somebody gonna walk up and be like, so who is Judah? Well, what we gonna tell them then?
We don't have the answer. And then the scriptures say, be ready to give an answer to every man.
And the second question they're gonna ask, how do you know I'm Judah?
Exactly.
How you know according to the scriptures I'm Judah? You know?
So you gotta have the names, man. Go down perfect.
And one thing you know, even back in the world, being Jake, you don't really fuck with a man who always saying, I don't know. You know, that's something that, so who is it then? Hey man, we ain't listening to, hey, you'll be talking to your, hey man, we ain't listening to nigga, man. Come on, man.
You can't trust him.
Yeah, you don't know. Cause he don't know nothing. He don't know nothing. He always got something to say. Cause even when you amongst, you know, back in the world, you'd be amongst your so-called friends. You know what I'm saying? You would have that friend
who always telling you your idea or your plan is wrong, but then you ask him what he think, I don't know. Man, you always talking about something wrong with what I'm saying, but you ain't got no solution. See, y'all ain't got a solution. All right? The ministry of reconciliation has been given to us from YAHAWASHI. Take it how you want it, niggas. All right? Take that how you want it. Take that like P. Diddy said. All right? Ministry of reconciliation has been given to us to bring our people back to the hope of salvation and bring them close to YAHAWASHI.
Yeah.
All right? So they can be saved. And that's what's happening. All right? So we out here telling them who they are. You're not giving them a solution. We bring the solution through the scriptures. When they ask you, we don't know. When they ask us, let's get the scripture, brother. That's the difference between us and you. All right? And the other thing is, we've been doing this. All right? You were once doing this, and then you changed.
Yeah.
All right? So when you go home to your woman or whatever, your woman, I'm pretty sure she remembers 3-4 years ago, you were saying all this to her. Now, 3-4 years later, you done switched up. You done probably threw away some shit in the house. And all this different stuff. And you angry as hell at everybody.
Yeah.
All right? No respect. Where your respect go? You can respect a man even if he ain't got the right doctrine. You can respect a man who firmly believes what he believes and he stands for it. Now you can respect somebody like that, a Jake in the world or whatever, if you know his stance on something and that's just the way that he is and he ain't budging for nobody, you can have a certain respect even if he in the world. Like, this is how he ain't going for that. And it's the same thing with us. You look at us, hey, this is the truth. And we know it. And you can see by the growth, and you can see by the way that the Spirit is dealing, man.
That fruit is the house of David. And King David said, how my heart is fixed, trusting in Yahweh, meaning it's firm, he's rooted. You guys wasn't rooted. And going back to, I was doing a lesson a while back, man, how we got the keys to the kingdom, beginning with King David, by way of YAHAWASHI. He got the keys, man. You guys, you lost the keys, man.
Yep.
If you lost the keys, you locked out the house.
Yep.
So that's why you ain't doing it no more, man. You're not building anymore. All right? You still got that 33?
Yeah.
Did you want something else, Elder? Or you?
Oh, no.
All right, let's go back to 49. We'll finish this off, and then we get 33. Just run through it.
I had quickly one.
Go ahead,
Let's go back to it.
It said, this is the second epistle, beloved. I now write unto you.
say
Salaki. This is 2 Peter 3:1. This second epistle, beloved, I now write unto you, in both which I stir up your pure mind by way of remembrance. Just by way of remembrance, remember who we are, man.
That's it.
That's what we bringing out now.
So ye once knew this.
We once knew that.
We knew we was Israelites in the ancient world, man.
Mm-hmm.
But we lost that knowledge.
Yep.
Hey, it's, like you said, all things are plain to the holy, but stumbling blocks to the wicked.
I got one real quick. It's Psalms 139:15. It's King David. It says, my substance was not hid from thee, when I was made in secret and curiously wrought in the lowest parts of the earth.
Yeah. So going back to when he was being formed in his mother's womb, and then we had got a scripture in class, man. How how wisdom is going to return to them, and basically in every lifetime. Now we fell away during slavery. There had to come a falling away first. Actually, going back to 70 AD, that's when it began. But also when we came to the Americas on cargo slave ships, and before that, what Esau did to the northern tribes, that was us falling away too, man. We forgot who we were, man. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it says how wisdom shall return to them that practice her. Roughly paraphrasing, man. In all ages, entering into holy souls, man. So if you was a man of Lord in the past, man, you're gonna come back into your life. All right.
And didn't the scripture say that we should go into captivity together?
Yeah.
All right. So northern and southern kingdom went into captivity together, man. And it said there should become a falling away first. So that's actually against what y'all teaching, man. All right. That falling away happened. We lost our heritage, man. Okay. Nobody knew who they were. So you had the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom in slavery together. Same time not knowing who they were, man. Same time oppressed by Esau. Same time all being indoctrinated with all this false doctrine. Psalm 83 hit all the tribes. And now you see it back today. The word is being pushed out. And the tribes are getting it together. Starting with Judah.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's the order. And then it's a well-known fact. You look into secular history. You look at what the Spaniards, the conquistadors, did to the northern tribes, in particular on the islands, but really all throughout North, Central, and South America and the islands, throughout the whole Western Hemisphere. After they enslaved the Northern Kingdom, you know, so-called Taínos, so-called Mayans, so-called Incas, so-called Aztecs, so-called North American Indians. After they did that, they murdered so many of them. You know, they didn't murder all of them, of course. You can't get rid of, you know, the whole tribe, you know. But after they murdered so many of them, they had to replace the workers. They did that by bringing Judah, Benjamin, Levi from the west coast of Africa, man. So hence, like you said, us going to captivity together, being oppressed together. All right?
All right, back in Genesis 49, Genesis 49, verse 21. Naphtali is a hind let loose. He giveth goodly words.
Right, man. So the tribe of Naphtali, or which is Naphthalia, all right, it means resting. Okay? And which they're a wild tribe, and as of right now, they're rebellious. You know what I'm saying? They're a hind let loose. You know what I'm saying? A hind is a deer. Okay? But they're coming back too, the elect of them. The whole point is the Lord has an elect. Okay? And it said he giveth goodly words. That's how the so-called Indians from Argentina to Chile, all right, they were peaceful, you know, towards the Spanish, man. They gave goodly words. As a matter of fact, you got Buenos Aires, which is the capital of Argentina. You know, it actually means good air, or like good breath. It's like goodly words, man. So it's certain spiritual things proving who the tribes are, man. It's like even dealing with Judah, which we gonna get into the attributes of all the tribes, man. They call so-called black people ebony. If you dark skinned, they'll say ebony. All right, that goes back to Igbo, man.
Right.
Well, I bar the Hebrew, man.
Right.
You got what's called Ebonics.
Right.
Ebonics. You know how Jake speak in slang or whatever?
man.
It's kind of like a Hebrew English version of talking, man.
Yeah.
When you get into certain things, man. Even like, for example, we grew up down south. We would say Jew coming up. It's known in Jackson, Mississippi. We say
Right.
Jew when we talk to each other. Matter of fact, and me and this brother English teacher, she said we'd be wrong for calling each other Jew. Come to find out, we wake up to the truth. We wasn't wrong when saying that.
Right.
You know, we are the real Jews, so to speak. You know, Judah or whatever. But Chicago, they'll say Joe. Out east, they'll say Yo. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but going back to how we would speak, man. We would speak Hebrew, really, originally.
Right.
Matter of fact, Jake, when they call their mother Mama really is Alma for mother. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different things, man.
Right.
A lot of spiritual aspects dealing with the tribes. You got the Gullah. All right, you got the southeast coast of America. You got the Gullah, which was Israelites that were known for actually speaking Hebrew, man. They're the actual ones who came up with saying Kumbaya, which will come here, my Lord.
Hit the show on Nickelodeon, Gullah's Island.
Gullah Island. You know, so you had the Gullah. They would speak what's called Geechee, man. But they would say it'd be a mix of Creole, English, Seminole, which really, when you go into it, it's Hebrew, man. Which the brother Shalimah from Jersey, he did a beautiful lesson. When you go into Kumbaya, really it's Ka'an Ba'aya, which is here come Yahawah. So, hey man, ITR, y'all looking bad, man.
Hey, like you say like negatives, like if you say no, you might be like nuh-uh, but no, it's la la. But down here we like or nuh-uh. You know what I'm saying?
Showing you, even though Esau he beat our nationality out of us, he couldn't completely take it all away.
It's in our spirit, man.
What Massa was, it meant oppressor.
Oppressor, yeah.
That was one of the comments.
Yeah. That's it.
Yep.
Go ahead, go back to that.
All right, verse 22.
Hey, and I'm saying this, man, and if this lesson too long for you, just watch something else, man.
Come.
It's a live show. That's the point of us doing it like this, you know?
Joseph is a fruitful bow.
Joseph is talking about Ephraim, the tribe of Ephraim, which in the Hebrew is Aparim, which means fruitful, or I am fruitful. Okay? So-called Puerto Ricans, man. You know, it was millions of Taino Indians on the island of Puerto Rico, man, before the Spanish came there. All right?
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead, Doc.
All right, it says, by a well.
See, he's like a fruitful bow, like a fruitful branch by a well, by a well of water, so that branch is gonna grow, man. You know, and actually, man, when you go into it, like dealing with the Tainos on the island of Puerto Rico, man. Hey, man, they really branched off onto the other islands too, man, because there was so many of them. All right, I am fruitful, and even today, so-called Puerto Ricans, they have a lot of children, man. Are known for that. Esau makes jokes about it, saying I had so many so-called Puerto Ricans packed into a house, so many so-called Puerto Ricans in the car, and they'll say the same joke about Issachar, you know. But dealing with Ephraim, that's just what they do. They make babies, man. You know. Hey, like you said, man, it's the attribute of the tribes. They like to eat, drink, dance, and have sex, man. You know.
All day and night.
All day and night. Hey, it's like you had the elder or you know the apostle Hannibal. You know, he was making fun of Esau. He was like, man, you can't sing, you can't dance, you can't fuck. That's what makes us different. Because, you know, Esau wanted to be a part of this thing, man.
If I could just say that, man, we don't just dominate in the sensual or the entertainment aspect. Israel. I mean, I'm not contradicting you, but it's to add on to lay back what you're saying. Because Esau had the whole thing was like, we're great entertainers. Y'all know we're a little bigger than them. Y'all know we stroke differently. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know we good dancers. That's part of the Israelite spirit. But let's not negate the fact that we are the innovators of the world. So the ingenuity belongs to Israel. We don't have to, you know what I'm saying? They got something called black ingenuity, man. Ingenuity belongs to Israel, man. Innovation, that's our spirit too. Everything you see in America would not exist if it weren't for Israel.
We were made to create.
We were made to create, so our minds are creative. That's why you got Jake that dropped out of middle school, but he could break down a car and rebuild a car. I got cousins that can break down a computer and rebuild a computer, man. Because guess what? We could construct a nation, and we were in our right spirit.
Yeah.
Well, we actually invented the car.
Yep.
All right. We invented. See, Esau took credit for everything that we did. All right. So the stoplight, of course, we know Jake invented that. That's in so-called Black history. But the vehicles, we invented that. The light. Who did they say invented that shit? The light from Thomas Jefferson? No. And when you go on the, Thomas Edison. But when you go into history, you find out it was his slaves that did it. Right. All right. It was his property, so he took credit for it. Well, so-called property. All right. Jack Daniels. It came out because Jack Daniels got sued and had to pay the families all that money because it came to find out the whole recipe for Jack Daniels whiskey was made by the slaves.
Yep.
All right.
The cell phone, the laptop, all made by us, man.
Everything that you see being made, with the exception of certain weapons, all right, because that's Esau blessing right there. But Jake had a part in that too.
Jake
All
made
right.
the atomic bomb. When you go into it, Jake made that.
He was always present.
Oh yeah, we did everything. See, mentally, Jake is stronger, and mentally, Jake is creative. That's why all this stuff that you need, commercials and all this shit, and radio and all that, they need Jake to do it for them. All right, with all this sports and events and different stuff, the planners, the big planners are Israelites. All of this stuff, you need Israel in order to function. Any place that Israel was in history was the superpower of the earth, man.
Yep. Ancient Egypt, they needed us to build ancient Egypt.
Yep.
I got a quick one.
This is Jeremiah 51:19. The portion of Jacob is not like them.
Right now, the portion of Jacob, that's talking about our power. The Heavenly Father, Yahawah, he's different from these other gods. But also, you can apply it to the Lord's people. We're different from the other nations. Go ahead.
For he is the former of all things.
Right, that Yahawah is the former of all things. But us being the sons of Yahawah, us being the Israelites, those same attributes will be in the Lord's people. So, you know, so like the elder's saying, man, we're innovative.
Yeah.
We create. Hey, man, ITR, man, and you other guys, y'all going in the way of Cain, man. What was Cain? Well, his name, Koyan, it means spirit or dagger. Basically, y'all destroying, man. See, we're building up here. We're building our nation, man, but y'all destroying, man. You being like the so-called white man, man.
All right, matter of fact, you know, Jake's so creative. Hell, ITR, proof y'all Israelites how creative y'all are. Y'all done created this bullshit and doctrine out of nowhere. I'm talking about, like Esau couldn't even do it, man.
Nah.
Esau on the laptop, he saw y'all put the video. See, right here. This is what we need. Guys like this.
Yeah, they probably took the purse, though, man.
They
I
might.
always say that.
Y'all
Probably
got
like delete
approached.
the videos and everything.
Yeah, y'all probably got approached, man.
Yeah, and they doing the same thing as the other Israelite camp, the other figures.
Yeah.
Going in the class, you know, teaching.
Yeah, we seeing the transition.
Yeah, and it
Hey,
says,
if I can say this, you know it's bad. Hey, if y'all really didn't sell out, you know it's bad. If everybody looking at you like, yeah, they probably done sold out. This how much they fucking up.
Yeah.
That's how bad you look to the point where everybody think, hey, these guys done sold out, man. That's how horrible you're doing. I'm talking about horrible attention. Now you guys are known for being attention whores. But man, this is worst attention that you could ever get, man. At least when Jake be in clubs and bars and stuff, he got all these chains on and whether it's fake or not, you know what I mean? Fake Jordans and whatever he can do. Stand on the bar or whatever. Hey, he pop bottles and pay $200-300 for a bottle of sparklers. All right. At least it's to look at him like he's looking good. Like, yeah, I got it around here. You know what I'm saying? At least it's that. But you guys, it's like, no, they done lost it. Look at them. Hey, y'all check the video out. Look at this shit. Hey, you be in class, got it. Hey, y'all, look at this. The whole camp looking. Yeah. We might need to do a video on that. That's just horrible. Like.
And then the spirit world watching you, man. I mean, we see you.
More importantly.
Yeah. But the Heavenly Father, His Son, the angels. Hey, man, it's a bounty on your head, man. You know.
and
You know,
Israel,
you know a death angel is sitting there slugging, bro. But you know a death angel, there's probably a few of them over there by the Most High. Hey, when? I can't wait to get this. You already know it. Hey, look at it. I clear the whole camp out if you need to. You know what I mean? And hey, the death angels, they be. I clear every last one of them out. That one know. Yep.
Hey, the angels, they creative. The way they can, put people to death, man.
And nigga, Yahawah, you supposed to be the head of the camp, right? The fuck are you doing, man?
Yeah.
Nigga, Nazariah's on the forefront of everything, mangling everything, man.
Let them do it.
Then they try to talk in this peaceful. See, you guys, we're not here to go and debate these guys. Look, man, that shit don't work, man. Nigga, woman do that shit all the time, man. Try to talk in a peaceful voice and all this shit. Like, bitch, you're a gold digger, all right, and you're a whore, okay? You know, like, come on, all right, you're stripping right in front of me, and you're telling me how much of a lady you are. Look, take this one and keep going, all right? Yeah. Talk to me more, though. I just want to hear a conversation. Hey, and that's what they are, man. You're like attention whores, and you're trying to make it like you're not. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to make it as if you didn't change the doctrine. You're telling people that you ain't changed the doctrine. Instead, you've improved.
Yeah. That's what they're saying.
You've improved and you found the flaws of the One West doctrine. Hey, you're trying to word it like, look, man, bullshit is bullshit. No matter which, the bull is right there, and you see the shit right there. It's like, don't tell me that there's chocolate pudding, man. It came straight from the bull, and that's y'all, man.
Yeah, they want to make it like a Febreze commercial.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, they the Febreze. Yeah.
Like we can't see the trash, man. But it's fine. Hey, somebody got to play that part. We just say the water YAHAWASHI outside that it ain't us, man. You know, prophecies got to be fulfilled.
and it said, and Israel
It's the rod of his inheritance.
Right, so we would inherit those creative attributes, man.
That's right.
You know, being a former of all things. So, like you said, from the stoplight to the cars to the computers, okay, everything that you see, man, you know, was basically made from Jake. All right, go ahead.
The Lord Yahawah of armies is his name.
Right. Right. Let's go back to that.
I got something going to what you said that they got to fulfill prophecy. It's 2 Timothy 4:3. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine.
Right, you won't endure sound doctrine. A sound is going into a whole or wholesome or healthy.
Indeed.
So because this doctrine is life, man. You know, you don't want life. You didn't want everlasting life. You wanted shine, man. All right, and you, like you said, like brother had said, man, you getting all the negative attention that you want. Okay, well,
It says, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers, having itching ears.
right. Yeah, heaping to yourself teachers. You listening to guys that you really don't even know, man. You know, Naphtali Ben Naphtali, which we watched the video. All right, you know we got different videos that we watch. All right, we watch those different cats, man. We keep up with what's going on. We see certain interviews, okay, but we didn't get tripped up by that. And let's say if our business did make the sign's still right. Even let's say hypothetically if he thought it was wrong. All right, which we believe according to that video when Naphtali Ben Naphtali said Pops, he wasn't talking about our business, man, because he was mentioning other men in that interview. All right, but even if he was talking about our business, this sign's still true. But see, this is making a separation, man. If Scripture say, "Blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord," beginning with Elijah, which is John the Baptist, which is our business, the Lord used him to make a separation, man, to restore all things, man. Because when you watch some different interviews that guy Uziel had did, when he was interviewing Naphtali Ben Naphtali and interviewing other guys from the Commandment Keepers and from the Tanakh school, basically they was all saying there was something different about our business, you know. Which Lord will, we gonna put the videos up, you know, making it short, sweet and to the point. He would end his sermons with the Lord's Prayer. Okay, he's the one that received the HALAL QADASH first. All right, but you know, High Priest Ariah, or you know, just saying Ariah or Elder Ariah, he took it further. All right, but hey, the Lord is dealing with certain men, man. It could take one man that's gonna make a change.
Hey, he was speaking on when Elder was speaking. Everybody listened.
Everybody listen, yeah. That's spiritual.
Yeah,
that's spiritual, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
And niggas like y'all, just like Jake back then, they don't like seeing nothing like that, man. They don't like, that's why everybody gun for Apostle Hard. Apostle Hard be making videos talking about prophecy, man, and things that go on, and he make videos dealing with brothers at Great Millstone. But for some reason, everybody just gun for him. T-God, Pastor Hard, he the one who did it. I'm talking about, you see all these videos, Jake be Hulk Hogan, man.
It's a horror shot.
Yeah, y'all like making all these jokes, like he don't even talk about y'all, like he doing, like why do you have this big vendetta against him?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. See, Jake hate when men of the Lord are exalted. It's because you're wicked, man.
Yeah.
So when they see just like you, Element, I'll bring you up. Hey, when Elder Yahawah was first called Elder, which he is, he deserved the title, man. Put in the work, man. You check his body of work. Work speak for itself versus what we can speak any day, man.
If I could say this,
You know?
man, familiarity, not man, but elder. Familiarity breeds contempt, man.
Mm-hmm.
All because you was with him, man, and you was in his house when he took his shit. He opened up the restroom and the shit stunk like every other man. You saw the man break down at his weakest point, and you built him back up. You heard him fucking pass gas. You saw him get rejected over a female. All because you saw the man make mistakes. Just like you, that don't mean they're not elders, man. That don't mean that when they get elevated and inwardly you think, man, how that nigga get it?
They don't understand that there are no perfect prophets.
Yeah, there are no perfect prophets, man. But with somebody else that you don't know is a supervisor or whatever, you don't even challenge that. But with somebody that you know you was raised with, you don't see that because you still see the human side to him, man. Even if you're a man of the Lord, you're the elect, you still a human, man.
Yep.
So
hey, speaking about Elder, but speaking about Apostle Hart, hey, going back to what they said about the Apostle Paul, he was as a pestilent fellow, man. So Hey man, men of the Lord, like you always say, they shade the tree and they stir the pot, man. They make the changes.
That's a cut on Nate, man. Nate did in this video. Kato was supposed to be a GMS. He was going against Nate. This was like one of their popular videos, and they was like, basically trying to say that they were really doing the right thing, because he was like, now YAHAWASHI and the disciples, were they doing what Pastor Hart was doing? Or what they doing, we doing? Because the Pharisees is coming after YAHAWASHI. Right. So he was trying to say that they in the spirit of YAHAWASHI, because we, like the Pharisees, are coming after them. But you just, like you said, in the spirit, Paul was a pestilent fellow, man.
Yeah.
So he was getting out of air. Anybody that was going against the truth, he was getting at them, man.
Yeah, that's why, like you said, Apostle Hart, he's the focal point in Israel. And we're the focal point, being the fruit of great millstone. So, hey, you seeing changes, man. All this edification, man, and we mainly get on prophecy. We get into all aspects of truth, because scriptures say how wisdom is manifold, but mainly getting into prophecies, man. Beginning with Apostle Hart. So other men have labored, and we have entered into their labors. Jake don't understand that this thing is a legacy. Like you said earlier in class, this thing bigger than us. You're not going to come up and start your own thing. When you come in the right way, you continue where other men left off, man. That's how they start. For example, Lord forbid it happens. Lord will, our apostles, they see the end, which Lord will is this year, man. But hypothetically, if you know, the apostles went back to the spirit world, a lot of Jakes will fall out the truth, man. They'll lose hope. You know what I'm saying? That they'll be crying and shit, going crazy, which we'll cry too. Yeah. But we understand, man, the apostles, man, fuck them. They want us to continue, man. Right. And that's the spirit you're supposed to be in, you know?
Because their elders went to the spirit world,
and
man.
They continue.
And they continue, man.
And then they building on that righteous foundation, man.
Yep, which is YAHAWASHI.
Which is YAHAWASHI, being the chief cornerstone. And it's constantly growing. You continuing the things you've been taught. And that's what you guys ain't did, man. You didn't continue in the things you were taught. If I was talking about Element when it came to Elder Yashawamba, he had a video, you ain't no elder, man. I'm talking about upset.
Well, you came.
Right. And that's the thing. See, you hate when men of the Lord are exalted in the faith. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you don't hear us going around bragging on ourselves, I'm this, I'm that, and such and such, such and such. That really be you guys who do that. I'm this and I'm that. But we don't go around bragging and I'm this, I'm that, and power seat, and all this different stuff, man. No, what happens is in the faith, the camp grows. You know what I'm saying? You grow with this truth. You start seeing a bigger output of videos. You start seeing different things happen where you see brothers like, man, brother's growing in the spirit. Brother broke that down, and hey, that video might get uploaded on Possible Bar channel or something like that, man. And as a guy who the spirit not dealing with, who once had the faith, and you ain't got it no more, it's like you just sitting over there at the computer with a Budweiser and a white beater on with a stain on it, and you just look at this shit. And you just drinking it. It's like, man, but come the next day or whatever, you ain't going out to go teach. You ain't gonna continue in what you've been taught. You gonna try to find a way to debunk what happened. And even if a brother did a video that was true, like just so messed up and so full of hate that you can't even admit. Well, all the brothers in this faith do videos that are true, but you're so fucked up with pride and hate and this vengeance that Satan done got on you. The seed of Satan is deeply rooted in you, man. You look at that video and you can't even say it's true. Like you hate him so bad that a video, yeah, we the Israelites. Hey, was that a true video of him saying we the Israelites? Hey, it'll take you probably like 40, somebody asking you that same question 40 times just for you to say, yeah, it was true. But they doing this, and that's the type of people that you are, man.
They're murderers.
Yep.
Going in the way it came, man. Scripture say if you hate your brother, you a murderer, man. Because we ain't do nothing wrong to you guys, but somebody got to fulfill. It's all good.
They going live again. I don't like that shit.
It's good?
Yep.
Yeah. Read that again.
This is Genesis 49:22. Joseph is a fruitful bow, even a fruitful bow by a well, whose branches run over the wall.
Right, now it says Joseph is talking about the tribe of Ephraim. Joseph and Ephraim, they're interchangeable. We read the scriptures, all right? Because Ephraim was Joseph's principal son. He got the greater blessing even though he was the youngest out of Ephraim and Manasseh. All right, he will be more fruitful, man. So he's as a fruitful bow, even a fruitful bow by a well, whose branches run over the wall. Then it goes to two things, you know. Ephraim was fruitful. You had a lot of Taino Indians, so-called Taino Indians, really, you know, tribe of Ephraim. There was a lot of them on the island of Puerto Rico, and they actually would branch off onto those other islands, man. You know, because there was so many of them. But also dealing with the women of the tribe of Ephraim, you know, when the Spanish conquered the island of Boricay, which really in the Hebrew, it's you got Bayah, you got Rosh, and you got QADASH, which means house of the Lord of the land. You know, that's really what it means. But basically, you know, the Taino women would basically be running over the actual wall to those damn Spanish, man, to those Spaniards. And that's where you get what's called mestizos. It's basically is a mix of so-called Indian with so-called Spanish descendants. All right, which really dealing with the men carry the seed. It's a lot of so-called Puerto Ricans that are light-skinned. They're still Ephraim, man. All right, just because they're not all light-skinned, man. They're not all dark-skinned, excuse me. Just because they're not all dark-skinned doesn't mean they're not Ephraimites, man. All the tribes, they come in a variation of colors. We can get Hosea 7 and 8 because Ephraim, they're going to look different. And then dealing with the Northern Kingdom in general, a lot of so-called Latinos, a lot of them are light-skinned, and a lot of them are dark-skinned. All right, we went to the Dominican Republic and Haiti. We've been there. We saw some dark-skinned Simeonites. We saw some light-skinned Simeonites. All right, if you want to deal with the Northern Kingdom, you know, in 2009, me and my brother Lahab, we went to Puerto Rico, and we saw some light-skinned Ephraimites. We saw some dark-skinned Ephraimites. That's just how it go. Dealing with Judah, not even just dealing with the Northern Kingdom, man. Dealing with Judah, you're gonna see some light-skinned Judites. You're gonna see some dark-skinned Judites. You guys get caught up in color, man. Really, you're not. So, brother, you ain't saying that King David was light-skinned. Like you said, it means youthful. He was young, man. He wasn't filled all the way out. He was lanky. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Because it was the contextual. It was all about context. The whole context was this was the least likely person to defeat Goliath. So color wouldn't mean as much as it would the youthfulness would. You know, and he wasn't developed yet. Like your adolescent son might be 17, but he'll look like the brother Ayana. You know, he'll be tall, but he don't have that build yet. He don't have that frame. Yeah,
that's not like
it's all good.
Like Dwight Howard before he. You remember? He was real lanky and skinny. Yeah, he had to develop.
Yeah. Like LeBron James when he was 18.
Right.
Now look at LeBron. He's fully developed.
Jake is shapes, sizes, colors. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have light-skinned Jakes. Hell, you got albino Jakes. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have light-skinned Jakes all the way down the spectrum, dark-skinned Jakes, man.
Right.
That's the way that it is, man.
Go.
We are as the sand of the sea, man.
Right.
We some of everything, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what we were made to be. Some of everything, man.
Does that make us not Israelites?
Right. According to these guys. But you know what? For the sake of this breakdown, which I may do like a real concise one, but this is the spirit. This needs to come out anyway. This is urgent, you know. So, but we can just go and run it down, and, you know, the spirit get on something else before the battery dies. So just yeah.
All right, 49 and 23.
So we was getting on Ephraim, how Ephraim, you know, they're fruitful, but get how they are cake.
All right, this Hosea 7 and 8. Ephraim, he have mixed himself among the people. Ephraim is a cake not turned.
Right. So Ephraim is a cake not turned. So if you flip a pancake, all right, dealing with a pancake when it's on a skillet, the bottom is dark, but the top is light. You know, so we come in a variation of colors, man. Range from a light brown, or even looking like an Edomite, some of us, to very dark brown. That's how I go, man. All right, go there.
Yeah. Right. Genesis 49 and 23. The archers have sorely grieved him.
We're talking about the Spaniards.
and shot at him and hated him.
Right. You know, that's why there was only about 500 Taino Indians left, you know, on the island. You know, which, hey man, if the battery dies on YAHAWASHI coming back, brothers can go to GMS Kabasha War 3, and the rest of the breakdown will be there, you know. But go ahead out.
All right, it says, but his bow abode in strength.
His bow, talking about his rod and his testes, right? Because they're fruitful. So even though the Spaniards killed, murdered so many of them, hey, the Lord still preserved their seed. Okay? Hey, so his bow abode in strength. He's still making babies, man. And even today, guess what? A lot of them look like, a lot of them don't look like the typical Ephraimite, but guess what? They still Ephraim. They still here, man.
That's right.
You know, you even had that one, Jake, was me and the elder brothers of how we be watching them, man. You got that channel called Passport Kings. You know, not too long ago, that one Jake here went to Puerto Rico saying I was safe to travel, whatever. But the point is, he was saying how the people are. All right, and when he explained the people, it lets you know we the same people. But go ahead.
All right. It says, and the arms of his hands were made strong by the hands of the mighty power Yahawah of Jacob.
Right.
And thence is the shepherd, the stone of Israel.
Right. Right, so that tribe is still here. Ephraim is still here. All right. Also, Manasseh is still here, which are so-called Cubans. Okay, which Manasseh in the Hebrew is Manashah, which means made to forget. You know, because the Lord had made Joseph forget his affliction, man, when he was sold into captivity in Egypt. But go ahead.
It says, even by the power of thy father, who shall help thee, and by the Almighty, who shall bless thee with blessings of heaven above.
Right, because the island of Puerto Rico is a fruitful land. So it's letting you know the location, man. All right, go ahead.
Blessings of the deep that lieth under.
Right, you got bioluminescent waters over there, man. You know, water that glows at night. You have that frog that's called coqui. You know, it whistles at night. You know, you have El Yunque or El Yunque, which means the anvil, the rainforest over there, man. All right, all types of different exotic fruits and vegetables, exotic animals and stuff. Go ahead out.
Blessings of the breast and of the womb.
Right, they're fruitful.
The blessings of thy father have prevailed above the blessings of my progenitors, unto the utmost bound of the everlasting hills. They shall be on the head of Joseph,
the tribe of Ephraim,
and on the crown of the head of him that was separate from his brethren.
Showing you the Lord is comparing when Joseph was sold into captivity and separated from his brothers. The Lord is comparing that to when the northern kingdom, beginning with Ephraim, was separated from Judah.
Hey.
You know, when we were separated as a nation, man. That's how he's comparing it. Because the other tribes were over here in the western hemisphere. All right, while Judah, Benjamin, Levi was still in the land of Israel. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
From his right hand went a fiery law.
A fiery law.
Yeah.
Because,
fiery law.
Right, because that main ship basically wrote the laws in those tables of stone. It wrote them with laser beams. Go ahead.
For them, yea, he loved the people.
Yep.
All his saints are in thy hand.
Right, and that's talking about the Israelites being saints too. All right, go ahead.
And they sat down at thy feet, every one shall receive of thy words.
Right, and it happened. You can read Exodus chapter 20. Go ahead.
Moses commanded us a law.
Read it up too, Bob.
Okay. Moses commanded us a law, even the inheritance of the congregation of Jacob.
Right, go ahead.
And he was king in Jeshurun.
Right. So Moses was our first king, which proven in the spirit, Moses is King David. All right, because ultimately we would have one king. You know, aside from our Lord YAHAWASHI, under him would be King David. You know, but King David and Moses is the same person. Also Peter. All right, you know, and Jeshurun in Hebrew is Yashurun, which means the first. Okay.
Focusing.
Go ahead.
When the heads of the people and the tribes of Israel were gathered together, let Reuben live and not die.
Right. Let Reuben, the so-called Seminole Indians, live and not die. Go ahead.
And let not his men be few.
Right. Because when you look into it, man, the so-called Seminole Wars, hey, man, a lot of Reuben died in them wars, man. A lot of Reuben, they didn't make it, you know? Hey, and basically they was forced into signing treaties, man. And pretty much after the Third Seminole War, there was only about 200 Seminole Indians left in Florida, man. So that's why I said let Reuben live and not die. But that's still here. That tribe is still here. And as a matter of fact, you know, before they were called Seminole Indians, which like Seminole it means runaway or wild one, they was called Muskegee or Creek. They was among them, you know. You know, yeah, they was among the Cherokee too. You know, the Cherokees primarily Gad, because once again, see, Reuben moves around. You know, so they was among Gad a lot. You know, Reuben was heavy in Alabama. Reuben was heavy in Georgia. All right, but see, they was called Muskegee. All right, and before they was called Muskegee, they were called Kata. You can look it up yourself. They were called Kata, which that's Hebrew, man. That's just straight up Hebrew. Because when you break it down, you got I want to say it's Shathya Kata, which basically it's my wife, and Kata is sin. So my wife sin. Basically, they knew they had went off because you know Israel is the Lord's woman. You know, so they say Kata. You know, really it's Hebrew though, man. You know, but once again, they're still here. You know, so you got some of Reuben, they've been pushed out to Oklahoma because of the Trail of Tears, but a lot of them are in Florida. And then as a whole, a lot of them are just scattered throughout the South, man. And all over America, but they scattered throughout the South, man. Go ahead, Doc.
And this is the blessing of Judah. And he said, Hear, Lord, the voice of Judah, and bring him into his people.
Right, hear the voice of Judah because Judah caught hell. All right? When we got hauled on those slave ships and got brought over here, man, that's why I said, hear the voice of Judah, man. Okay? And it said, bring him unto his people. The other tribes are already over here in the Western Hemisphere. The whole purpose, even though the Lord punished, you know, the tribes, Judah got brought over here on cargo slave ships to bring them to the other tribes. And ultimately, the Lord would put spirit on Judah to start teaching the truth, to gather the tribes together, man. You know, so bring them unto his people, the other tribes, showing you how Judah will be brought to North America. All right, go ahead.
Let his hands be sufficient for him, and be thou and help unto him from his enemies.
Let his hand be sufficient for him. In other words, preserve him. You know, because Esau wanted to exterminate Judah, man. He wanted to exterminate all the tribes, but he knew that Esau knew that Judah was the head tribe, man. You know, and that's why I said, be thou in help for him, be thou in help to him from his enemies. I'm talking about Esau. All right. You know, even going back to Joel, all right, it's to say it's how Egypt shall be a desolation and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness for violence against the children of Judah. Because they have shed innocent blood in their land, man. Talking about what Esau, you know, did to Judah, man. And that's why Judah gonna be a terror unto Egypt. Hey, man, Judah about to tear some shit up, man. Go ahead.
And of Levi, he said, let thy Thummim and thy Urim be with the Holy One.
Right. Because Levi were the priests. Once again, Levi in the Hebrew is loyal, which means joined to me. They were joined to the Most High. All right?
Oh, okay.
And that Thummim and that Urim, you know, which is lights and perfection, that's how the Lord would answer the priests. Okay? Even today, man, like you got these different witches and warlocks, they have what's called a crystal ball. You know, the priests, the Levites, they had that on the right-hand side, man. That's where Esau get that whole concept from. Even the concept of the computer and these smartphones and tablets and all that, they go back to the Urim and the Thummim, man. You know? Go ahead.
All right.
Which basically is like a gateway to the spirit world, so to speak. Go ahead.
Whom thou didst prove that Massa, and with whom thou didst strive at the water of Meribah.
Right. You know, the waters of strife. You know, pretty much you had a lot of you had a lot of Levites that was, you know, pretty much bucking up against Moses because of the order. All right. Which Moses, he was a Levite himself. All right. The Lord deals with order, man. But go ahead.
Verse 9. Who said unto his father and to his mother, I have not seen him, neither did he acknowledge his brethren.
Right, right. Now he had said that to Jacob. He didn't acknowledge when Joseph got sold into captivity. Like basically, I ain't see him, you know. But it said he didn't acknowledge his brethren. You notice with Levi, they got that tribal pride, man. You know. Go ahead.
Okay. Nor knew his own children, for they have observed thy word and kept thy covenant.
Right, because they still got that spirit today because they were the priests. You know, the priests, they had the best of everything, man. So that's just the type of mentality they had. Go ahead.
They shall teach Jacob thy judgments and Israel thy law. They shall put incense before thee and hold burnt sacrifice upon thy altar.
Right, go ahead.
Bless Lord his substance and accept the work of his hands. Smite through the loins of them that rise against him.
Which are those French? Go ahead.
And of them that hate him, and they rise not again.
Right, go ahead.
And of Benjamin he said, the beloved of the Lord shall dwell in safety by him, and the Lord shall cover.
Right, because Benjamin is the Bunyamyan, which means son of the right. That's why we had a connection with the Most High, even though a lot of them going off, they Rastafarians and stuff, but they'll still speak about the Most High. You know, go ahead.
And the Lord shall cover him all the day long, and he shall dwell between his shoulders. And of Joseph he said, bless the Lord be his land for the precious things of heaven, for the dew and for the deep that croucheth beneath.
Yeah, we broke that down. You got the bioluminescent waters, you got the exotic animals, you know, different fruits, vegetables. Okay, go ahead.
And for the precious fruits brought forth by the sun, and for the precious things put forth by the moon, and for the chief things of the ancient mountains, and for the precious things of the lasting hills, and for the precious things of the earth and the fullness thereof, and for the good will of him that dwell in the bush, let the blessing come upon the head of Joseph and upon the top of the head of him that was separated from his brethren.
Yeah, and it said, blessed of the Lord be his land, man, which we have went into it. Now, that island was called Borique. The island of Puerto Rico was called Borique originally, but, you know, me and the brother Bunyamyan went into it, and that was Hebrew, man, you know. But even dealing with, for example, you have Boricua. You know, a lot of you so-called Puerto Ricans call yourself Boricua. That's similar to saying Barakia, which actually means blessed of Yahawah. Okay? And then you knew about the Most High, man, but you fell away. So instead of you calling the Most High Yahawah and his son YAHAWASHI, you would call the Most High YAHYAH. You would call YAHAWASHI YAHYAL. And that's known history. Go ahead.
His glory is like the firstling of his bullock, and his horns are like the horns of unicorns. With them he shall push the people together to the ends of the earth.
Right. Now this goes into two things. Ephraim actually led the other tribes over here, man. Because Ephraim was the head tribe. But also, through the spirit of YAHAWASHI, the Lord brought them over here for them to be unified with everybody, man. For them to be unified with Judah. And ultimately, you got Ephraimites teaching the truth, man. And the elect are being gathered by way of the internet. So the horns of unicorn going to the satellites, man. Go ahead.
And they are the 10,000s of Ephraim, and they are the 10,000s of Manasseh, and of Zebulun, he said.
Right, which Manasseh are the so-called Cubans. But go ahead.
Rejoice, Zebulun, in thy going out, and Issachar in thy tents.
Which we went into that. The so-called Mayans and Aztecs, they coexisted. All right, which today are so-called Central Americans and so-called Mexicans. Go ahead.
They shall call the people unto the mountain. There they shall offer sacrifices of righteousness, for they shall suck of the abundance of the seas and of the treasures in the sand.
Right. Now, even though you watch movies like Apocalypto, where they were sacrificing people, originally they was worshiping Yahawah, you know, and sacrifice to the Lord. Go ahead.
And of Gad he said, blessed be he that enlargeth Gad.
Right, so Gad would dwell primarily in Canada and North America. All right, so they would get the largest portion of land out of all the tribes. Go ahead.
He dwelleth as a lion, and teareth the arm with the crown of the head.
Right, he dwelleth as a lion, so in Canada and in North America, all right, dwelleth as a lion, like a lion in the savannah. They have a lot of land. But it said he teareth the arm that's going into the blood brother covenant. You know, they would actually make covenants. They would cut their arm, cut each other's arm, but, you know, put the blood together, and they make a pact, man. Similar to the pact that King David and Jonathan made. Even though King David and Jonathan didn't cut themselves, but they had that bond in the spirit. So Gad kept that spirit alive, man. And it said with the crown of the head, that's going into the war bonnet. You know, the feathers on the head. Go ahead.
And he provided the first part for himself, because there in a portion of the lawgiver was he seated, and he came with the heads of the people. He executed the justice of the Lord and his judgments with Israel.
Right, and me and the brothers in Atlanta, we went to a location called Kalamoki, which when you look it up, man, that's Hebrew. It was a location that Gad had. They had a temple mound there, which you have the words Kala and Makai, which Kala means to be finished, and Makai means to decrease. So basically to be decreased at the end, man, because the troop would overcome Gad. Okay? But that's proving that that's them. But go ahead. We're going to read to 24 last verse.
Okay. And of Dan he said, Dan is a lion's whelp. He shall leap from Bashan.
But like we had said earlier, the last you read about Dan is basically in Judges chapter 18. Okay? Where they was committing idolatry. Go ahead.
And of Naphtali he said...
Right, Salakia. And to mention, they're not a part of the 12 tribes now. They've just been mixed among the tribes, so they don't exist as a tribe. Right. All right? Make that clear. Go ahead.
And of Naphtali he said, O Naphtali, satisfied with favor and full with the blessing of the Lord. Possess thou the west and the south.
Which is Argentina and Chile. Letting you know the locations, man. All right? Go ahead.
And of Asher he said, let Asher be blessed with children.
Right.
Let him be acceptable to his brother.
Right, you see a lot of so-called Brazilians, they have a lot of children, so-called Colombians, a lot of children, etc. Okay? And it said, read that last part again.
It says, let him be acceptable to his brethren.
Talking about those Amazonian tribes, man, because the rest of the tribe of Asher actually look at them like heathens, man. You know, because they're outcasted. And when they move to the city, so to speak, in urban areas, those Amazonian tribes, they basically they get the worst work, and they're not accepted. You know. Go ahead.
And let him dip his foot in oil.
We're talking about the land, dealing with Venezuela. Venezuela is known for having a lot of oil, man. All right, go ahead.
Thy shoes shall be iron and brass.
Meaning the ground that they walk on is rich in minerals and resources. Shoes shall be iron and brass. Once again, Brazil is from the Hebrew bazar, and it actually means iron. Okay? And then you went into the minerals and resources, rich in copper, and rich in some of everything, man. Go ahead.
And as thy days, so shall thy strength be.
Meaning, even though they get old, they still maintain their strength. Similar to Caleb, when he got it like 80 years old, he was still like a young man. Real strong, man. That's how them so-called South Americans are, man. You know, tribe of Asher. Go ahead.
There is none like unto the power of Jeshurun, who rideth upon the heaven in thy help, and in his excellence on the sky.
Right. So that's the point, man. You know, proving the Lord about to come back in the chariots to deliver the tribes, man. To gather us together. So, you know, we made it concise at the end, but that's what you need. It was a live show, but that proved the point, man. All right, we know who the tribes are. And the Spirit got it now. We could all break the 12 tribe sign down now, man. You know, even though you had Nate and Barak, not Barak, but Yum Yum back in the day, they broke it down. But it's to the point to where we know that this is so true. Every brother can break it down, basically. All right, we know definitely this is us. Don't listen to ITR. Don't listen to other guys telling you it's wrong. You know, there's a lot of clowns on YouTube, man. You got that one guy, his name is Elder Young One. You know, you'll see him, he'll be
on
the
the
side.
not to listen to that nigga right there.
Yeah,
Elder Young One.
Yeah.
That's your name is oxymoron. Elder Young One. Elder is old. Then you just say Elder Young One.
Yeah. Yeah, and
retard.
And you got 8 Man now. You know, you got all these different clowns, you know, focusing on us dealing with this 12 tribe sign, man. But y'all never had the oil. And the very little bit y'all had, y'all lost it, man. You know, but you close this out.
Well, you brothers were edified. We want to give all praises
to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. Double QADASH.
QADASH.
Double honor to our elders, the apostles of Great Millstone. Honors to you brothers who out there doing the work in sincerity and in truth. Keep pushing. We almost out of here. With that,
Death to America!
Death to America!
BAHASHAM!
how about Shem Yahawah Shabbat? Shalom.
Shalom.